show because
Yeah.
it's not going to say online.
Gotcha. We've Grana, we've needed bong, fellow addicts. We're all here. We're all queer. Get used to it. We are doing another Transformers Stock Corner TFTC with a couple topics. So of course, we have our Prime admin here, TFA himself.
What's going on, fellow addicts? TFA 1024, the Transformers addict here, coming to you with a long-awaited TFTC. Like we've taken our sweet ass time with this thing, and that's mainly my fault. I no longer have a PC. I have no longer have the capability to make these streams. So you can all thank Cyborg Raptor here for being the man in charge
Yeah.
of managing the streams. Thank you very much, by the way, dude. Really do appreciate all of this.
Hey, no problem.
And of course, we have our regular recurring guests. Well, sometimes irregular occurring. We have Spooky D Man here. What's going on, dude?
Hey, yeah, I'm that one guy, spooky and stuff. Yeah.
And as I said before, long awaited episode, and we're gonna have something for you guys, I believe, on February 22nd this month. So 2 weeks from now, if my math is definitely correct, and I hope it is. Yep, 2 weeks from now, I got that. New York Toy Fair is going to be going down, and we're hoping to see a lot of new stuff for the Transformers franchise. Except for that dreaded series, Cyberverse.
Hooray.
That thing better be good. I just want another good Transformers cartoon again. Not prime good, but like animated good. At
That'd be
least.
nice. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't need like Emmy Award winning Prime. I mean, if you could give us that, that'd be great. But
I mean, yeah,
another
season four
animated would be great. Someone who's like
Yep.
who is because I don't was it Derek Wyatt? That's the animator.
Yeah, the guy who did like the animation for animated
Yeah,
as
like
well
that
as like
guy.
Scooby-Doo.
He was so what's the word? Like he was passionate with all the like the stuff he put in that show.
Yeah.
He did research. I want another guy like that.
Yeah, he really found a way to like bring everything together. And the fact that he got like some of the original guys from like the 1986 movie, like Judd Nelson, or not Judd Nelson, what's his name? The guy who voiced Hot Rod.
Judd Nelson.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think that was.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
it Judd
Judd
Nelson?
Nelson is
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking two different voices because I remember. Well, I don't know if anyone here remembers it, but I think it was Aeon Magnus.
Well, who's not Aeon Convoy?
Yeah, he like uploaded like a comparison clip between Judd Nelson's voice from season 3 of Robots in or from damn, I said Robots in Disguise. I can't get my shit together today. From Generation 1, and then he did it with the alternative voice actor, and I was so used to just being like, okay, so I'm used to hearing the alternative voice actor's voice. But hey, we're talking about Judd Nelson, so you might as well jump into our first topic. Titans Return from Machinima is just it's completed. It was completed what 3 weeks ago.
yeah, about that time.
Oh,
So, for those of you who were fans, and I use that term loosely, well, I mean, you like what you like, so more power to you. Round of applause. But like, if you were fans of the Combiner Wars series, Machinima did and is going to continue the Prime Wars trilogy. That is mainly their kind of take on like an adult type of Transformers cartoon, which I do appreciate the fact that they, Hasbro Machinima, they're doing something like that for us because again, Transformers is made for kids. We are adult collectors, adult fans, and sometimes the kid stuff ain't our cup of tea, but they give us alternatives. And you people better be grateful for that because I'm just so tired of the stuff that's just stop the hate. But of course it's gonna happen anyway. Um but yes, Titans Return has officially concluded, and it was a bit of an improvement prior to its predecessor, Combiner Wars. Um, a spectacular like voice cast, in my personal opinion, and I say this mainly for like the OG voice actors from Transformers. So we have Peter Cullen reprising the role as Optimus Prime yet again. Sorry you got dragged into that, Peter.
Yeah, sorry, Peter.
I would have liked John Bailey, honestly. I would have liked him to come back. But
I mean, at this point, like, because I'm not like me, I'm not the biggest fan of Tom Bailey, but if Optimus Prime was barely in that show, so I wouldn't have cared enough to be like, well, at least he's not that much. That's probably why Peter Cullen got in there. He's like, Like, oh, how many lines do I have? Like only like 20. All right, perfect. I'll take the $10.
We have Judd Nelson, the voice of Hot Rod / Rodimus. He actually has emerged from the shadows. He's not dead. He's alive. You know, that was really cool for them to bring him back. Honestly, because he hasn't been in anything since Transformers Animated. We have Abby Trott as Windblade, once again reprising the role. Nolan North, one of my favorite voice actors of all time, voicing Metroplex, which I thought was great. I honestly thought that was really well. It would have been cool to kind of have like Fred Tatasciore voice Metroplex as like a nod to the Fall of Cybertron game.
Yeah, I mean,
but
they
I'm
probably could
honestly
have
happy
gotten
with.
too.
Yeah, I'm honestly happy with Nolan North though. So I'm trying to think of all the other voice actors we have. We have Dashy Games reprising the role as Metasaur. We have Matt Pat as Computron.
That
Carrie
was so weird to
Waldron.
have that. Why was Matt Pat of all people cast in this show? It's so weird.
I don't know, but that's
He's coming
just a
back as
theory.
someone else next series too.
I don't know, but that's just a theory.
So weird.
A voice acting theory. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of cringed myself at that stupid joke.
We all have those moments.
I'm trying to think of all the other voice actors. Freaking Michael Dorn as Fortress Maximus. Thank you. That was actually like one of despite the fact that this is kind of like a low budget sort of web series thing, Michael Dorn's performance as Fortress Maximus was really good. I mean, can we all agree there?
Yeah, I mean, from what I remember, yeah, like there's never a time where I was like cringing like some other people's.
We also had Green Ranger himself, Jason David Frank, voicing Emissary, who for some reason is not attached with Fortress Maximus, but is
yeah. I was surprised. Like you're seeing that you're seeing that Cerebro's face on his back, and it never happens.
Yeah, it's like what the hell? Just what happened? Like
exactly.
Are you not part of Fortress Maximus? You're part of Menace. What? Like, okay. I don't remember the voice actor for Devastator or Longhaul, but I'm glad that Titans Return kind of did what Combiner Wars didn't, and they established that yeah, they still are their own individual limbs. Like we have name calls for Storm Clash, which that was pretty cool. It's like okay, so hey, Victorion does still have her separate components. They can still be individual beings on their own as well as combined into this giant amalgamation of a sentient mind and giant robot. But Mistress of Flame, she came back. She was pretty didn't tap her hammer on the ground that much this time though. Thank God.
She actually of all the characters that like coming back to it, that's even though her voice kind of to me, she redeemed herself.
She had the most development though.
Yeah, exactly. I loved like the fight scene with her. That was like
that was badass looking. That was really cool looking. And then we have some surprise, debuts. One of the best freaking things to ever happen. Fucking Overlord.
Yeah, that was a surprise. I mean, the accent a little caught me off guard, but it was great to have him into a series like this.
The fact that he is in a US Transformers series blew my mind. I was so happy to see him be in this. I know we just got a toy of him for Titans Return, which by the way, great figure. Expect a review in like 2027 or something. But the fact that he just came into like the Transformers media, like similar like how we had Drift be like his own comic, and then he eventually made his way to the silver screen in 2 movies, and he came into the cartoon in Transformers Robots in Disguise. It was just so refreshing to see a character who existed to finally get like that spotlight and be debuted in a US American made series. It was just awesome. I'm trying to think of who else there really was to point out. There weren't that many new characters.
Yeah. Well, you got Will Wheaton's Perceptor.
Oh yeah, Will Wheaton. I liked him. He honestly did Perceptor some justice.
And also, and don't forget the special guy who comes in the end.
Wait, what?
The special, the surprise visit from not only like a crazy character in the Transformers lore, but also voiced by a certain someone.
Yeah. So I don't want to get into that too soon, but at the same time, screw it. It's over. People have seen it. Megatronus, voiced by Mark fucking Hamill.
Yeah, that was a big
Oh,
surprise.
Oh yeah.
that was great. It was a great choice. I love the new design for for the Fallen, aka Megatronus. But people are kind of complaining, oh well, why is he dragged into this? It's like, be grateful. Mark Hamill voicing a Transformers character. How often does that happen?
Not at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the way the series starts off is where we immediately, well, first of all, yeah, I forgot to mention this. They do like a previously in Transformers Prime trilogy. Freaking shit, what's his name? Victor Caroli, the original narrator for the Generation 1 cartoon as well as the commercials, narrates the backstory for Combiner
Oh, I
Wars.
didn't even know that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh dang.
I lost my shit, dude. It was so freaking cool to hear his voice after so long. He's like the dude who always he gave the backstory in like the Ultimate Doom. He did it for the Five Faces of Darkness, Desertion of the Dinobots, and then he also does it like during whenever they have their commercial bumpers. It's like, we now return to the Transformers. That was him, and I got really happy about that because
That's
I
crazy.
like that
That's
whole
awesome.
voice. That's amazing. The fact that they got intact with him. Um, but we're seeing the combiners and the Autobots, and they're trying to rebuild or clean up the mess from Combiner Wars. Got a nice little bit of exchange between Optimus Prime and Mistress. Mistress is like, maybe you should join the council. Optimus is just like, no, you should have Perceptor be in the council. He'd be wise. He's very intellectual. Mistress is just like, I don't want that geek on there. This it's made for higher power people. I don't want no science nerd. You get out of here. Um, so Windblade comes in, which is pretty cool. It's like, hey, remember me? I am Windblade. And gets a little bummed out that Optimus is already like leaving. He's another thing I want to mention is that the fact that they kind of mention they've kind of forementioned this again, honestly, because this isn't the first time Optimus has said this. He's not one for politics. So I thought that was really cool. Nice little nod to his previous, Peter's previous performance in Robots in Disguise at the end. And even Optimus said he's like, I need a break. I don't want to be involved in politics. I'm a
Yeah.
warrior. I'm a leader. So nice little. It's I'm trying to think of how I was. So Optimus starts to depart. He transforms, drives, does like a little side drift because apparently a flat nosed trailer truck can do that, which is cool, I guess. It happens in GTA. Why can't it happen in Transformers? And we have a nice little goodbye honk from Optimus, and he leaves. Immediately cuts to Starscream's ghost, rather, just like kind of. It's like a POV shot, like you're looking in their perspective, complaining about, I think that's how it was, or it was the scene previously whenever Perceptors had Starscream's remains and checking them out. It's like I can't remember off the top of my head, but
I neither do I. I no clue.
uh, so I'm trying to think of what else. I honestly think it was probably that, and then we have
Yeah, I mean, we
Rodimus
don't need to,
go.
we don't need to go into step by step what happens in this stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, my bad. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, but um, we have Rodimus go into the Prime of Basilica, I think it was, and then we have Tay Zonde, chocolate rain. He's voicing in that too. Um, I will say this: the first episode of this whole series did kind of start to kick things off just a little bit slow, but I get it. Build up, excitement, suspense. Um, episode 2 got a little more interesting. We got to see Triptychon, which was interesting. I'm disappointed he doesn't like talk. He's just a beast.
yeah, it's yeah, I kind of agree. Like it's kind of sucks that it's technically this is just a giant Starscream. Like it's not really Triptychon. Like whatever Triptychon is like either the actual Triptychon's dead, or like it's just a a giant mobile dinosaur station. But yeah, it sucks. It is It really is just a possessed Starscream
Which
attacking the
is a
city.
nice nod to the
Uh-huh.
Generation 1 episode Ghost in the Machine, where he actually did have to take over Trypticon's body, which was cool. But at the same time, it's like, Trypticon himself is a character. He may be a giant robotic dinosaur that can transform into a battle station and a city, but he has a voice. He has a personality. Where is it in this?
Yeah, they cut that one out.
Hmm.
Like War for Cybertron. You guys remember War for Cybertron? They made Trypticon really menacing.
Yeah,
I would have liked to see that again, but whatever. I'm just glad we got him. Um, episode 3, I can't really remember. I think that was I honestly can't remember all the episodes off
I
by
don't know.
heart. But
Like with that show, all the
I mean, I'm not
things just
going.
like meshed together. I don't know
Yeah,
what
I'm not going
order.
like bit by bit like how I started. I do apologize for that. But I'm just trying to remember all the episodes. So, um, I think that was when Trypticon was attacking, and
yeah. Like at this point, Trypticon starts attacking, and a Metroplex, like a reaction, starts to mobilize and defend.
we had some really cool cameos for some Seekers that never really got to make it, which was kind of a bummer. I would have actually liked to see those characters, but now they're dead.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're dead. They're gone.
like Skywarp,
Mhm.
Thundercracker, Sunstorm. That's
Uh,
just that would have been cool to see. I mean, hey, it's like they reference them at least, so it's like they're the elite like air squadron, so that's pretty cool.
yeah,
It
they're
just sucks that
so
they're
elite. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're elite.
it just sucks that they're dead. Um, I will say this, and just without going through everything, the voice acting in this was a bit better. They actually provided lip syncing this time, like enough frames to make it look like their mouth was matching their words. Uh, the story was kind of like a little bit, I guess, what's the word I'm trying to look for? Sloppy? No, it was. God, I'm actually trying to think of a word right now, like to just describe it, because there's the main story and then there are the sub stories. So
Yeah, I can't help you.
yeah,
I have no idea what we're looking
it'll
for.
come to me later. But yeah, the voice acting in this was pretty good. The lip syncing, the animation felt a little good. I felt it would be better, and I'm gonna reference Diamond Bolt here a little bit. If people who are watching this, you don't know who Diamond Bolt is, go check him out. He's a really cool content creator. He pointed out that honestly, if this show would have been better, as well as Titans Return. I mean, Combiner Wars. It would have been better if it was actually made like smooth. And he actually went about and actually took a clip and edited it to where it was smooth, like how we saw the early episodes of Robots in Disguise before they even came on TV in the US, like how people would record them and they had that very nice frame rate smoothness. I think that series also would have been more enjoyable, but it would have worked along more the lines for Combiner Wars and Titans Return. It would have looked a lot better because this one it's just like the movement feels so delayed. It doesn't feel like it's fluent.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of if they continued making like let's say like Energon or the Cybertron, the animation feels very similar to that.
Yeah, but again, I'm not complaining about it. It's just it would have been nice to see that more fluently. I am grateful we still got this series though. Like we got something to watch.
What's your
Either make
what's
fun of
the
it or to make fun of it or to actually enjoy it. But like, still, it's something to watch.
what would you say is your favorite part?
Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna cut right down to it. It was great to see that certain elements of this thing were actually like explained, like or at least shown. Like the combiners, they actually do have individual limbs and such in this universe. They aren't just we saw that previously with Combiner Wars with Devastator, because we saw the Constructicons separately. We never saw their robot modes except for long hauls, but we saw them individual, so they're still like that. They don't have any personality. Uh, at least Long Haul got to speak in this series. That was interesting. Sounds like an old man though. Um, But yeah, just down to the ladder of it. Titans Return, at least the series finale. What a way to go! It felt really good to see this be ended on such a strong note, but left with a cliffhanger. Because if you haven't already, at the end, you see the Rodimus Nemesis, Rodimus Unicronus, or whatever. I think it's just called Nemesis Hot Rod on the toy, which I'm okay with, I guess, because he's not Rodimus anymore. So who knows? Maybe we will see like Rodimus Unicronus and Power of the Primes. And while we get onto that, I honestly just want to say Titans Return was a good series. It had its good run. I still do enjoy it. I go back and watch it every now and then. Same with Combiner Wars, just because something new. They're experimenting. They're seeing what will work, what won't. And while Combiner Wars was kind of a mess, Titans Return got a little bit more solid and it had improvements. I'm hoping Power of the Primes does the same thing. They just keep going up from here. So,
I mean, it'd be nice if they go up from there.
Yeah, right.
That's. I mean, even if it's a centimeter, I'll be happy.
It's kind of crazy that because we've waited. It was kind of a year plus waiting between Combiner Wars and Titans Returns, but Power of the Primes is a couple months away. Yeah.
Yeah, Power of the Primes. Thanks to Birdman. I can't remember your full username, but you know who you are. XX Birdman XX. Thank you for sending me an image on Facebook saying the possible release date or actually the release date month for Power of the Primes. Like that's coming out in May, which is did they just do like double working series and just wait?
Yeah, they're probably recording. They probably by the time they released near the end of Titans Returns, they're probably recording for Power of the Primes and animating it.
While we're on the Power of the Primes talk, why don't we pull up the whole like cast listing for Power of the Primes? Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Well, while we're doing that, because I'll pull up here this cast list here. Do you what would you say is your favorite part of Titans Returns?
Wait, what? You broke.
What's your favorite part of Titans Returns? Like, what was the part of the series like? Whoa, this is my favorite part. Like, this is the coolest part ever.
Honestly, my favorite parts were just given how they developed Mistress of Flame a bit more. That was great. Kind of seeing Megatron sort of be like the good guy in this, kind of homaging the IDW comics because he's an Autobot, at least an Autobot captain. So I thought that was cool. Overlord, again, I can't help it. I love Overlord. I love him in the comics. I'm happy he finally got some attention here in the US in a cartoon nonetheless. Metroplex being voiced by Nolan North, Michael Dorn voicing Fortress Maximus. Just the series had a lot of good points, but it also had a lot of poor ones. The fighting animation wasn't too bad this time around, I'll say, I guess. The ones with the Titans just felt like yeah, they are giant hulking things. Like the impact I feel like is kind of there. Big things don't always move fast. I mean, maybe in their perspective, but to us it's like
when it comes to the Titans fighting, the one thing that kind of bothered me is, it's not a big issue, but Cybertron seems very vacant. Like, it's a good thing there's these large like portions of the city that's like open for two giant Titans to fight, and because I remember like comparing this to, let's say, IDW, because there's the Titans have been fighting a lot in the comic series, and like you see the civilian casualties, like these are two cities fighting in a city, so it's a bit, it's not much space, and people are gonna die because someone gets punched in the face and they fall down. What they're crushing is a neighborhood. So I like seeing.
I kind of would have liked it. I would have liked it if Cybertron was a bit more inhabited in this series. Give us generics. Like, do something that the Cybertron games or even Robots in Disguise would do. Just give us generic guys.
Yeah, Cybertron seems pretty vacant. Like, every time someone was like walking around, it was literally just them and nothing else. Like, Persephone walking around, and the streets are empty. Did everyone move out? Was the whole giant glowing Starscream thing just too much to handle?
I guess. I mean,
something. Something.
Are
But
people
it's
on
just,
vacation? Did they go
Yeah,
to a different
it was just
planet?
are they just lucky they left on like a spring break on their time, and it's just so happened all this is going down.
Like I'm gonna sound a little like I'm gonna sound a little morbid here, but I kind of would have liked to see the fact that Trypticon just like straight up like tail swipes Metroplex or Fortress Maximus, and you see like just a bunch of guys, like a bunch of generic looking robots, just walking around, and then all of a sudden they take notice, and Metroplex just straight up crushes them, and their houses or buildings or whatever.
just
I
walk around
think
like,
that
oh,
would have
it's a
like been
wonderful day. You see a big time, like, oh my god.
oh my
Oh,
god.
jeez.
I would have loved to see something like that to show them the fact that this battle of the Titans returning has an impact.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
I mean, like overall, like it is still cool though that we have like you have three giant titans here duking it out, like and like their motions are a bit weird, like but it's always like you said, it's understandable. These things have a lot of mass, so of
Mm-hmm.
course their movements can be pretty slow. Like especially like when you have a giant tail that is practically a brick and not really a tail, but that's
that
toy
thing
stuff.
alone
We
is
can't
on like it is its own giant building. Like that
exactly.
thing.
So when your tail's a building, things move weirdly.
Yep.
But I'll say that for my favorite part of that series for sure, it has to be just Megatron's revealment. Like Megatron's reveal was, I did not see that coming at all, and it was great that like
Megatron or Megatronus?
Megatron's like having him revealed was
Yeah,
a
that
delight,
was
and I love Mark Hamill, so it was just great to have like both these iconic characters meshed into one practically, and
really
setting up the
cool. I
next
like the
series.
fact that he starts off as like this giant fiery smiley face. It's like, hi, guess who I am?
But how about you?
I'm here to kill you. You're going to die, and I'm gonna smile with fire.
How about
Okay.
you, spooky D man? What would you say your favorite parts of that show
Oh,
is?
the part I liked about it, I think the main part I liked was like the Mistress of Flame. Kind of for some reason I just liked her a whole lot more in this one, and or mainly Megatron and the Combiners. The part I liked the most.
That was pretty
Oh,
freaking
that was
cool to
cool.
see that like
Yeah,
Megatron can take on combiners because he's fucking Megatron, man. He can
I
kill
just
you.
I just find it funny. Like one thing, like Dave tries to step on him, he just tosses him over to the side.
Like what?
Although
You get
this
that
like,
sticky foot out my face.
yeah, that was
and
a
then
great
also
shot.
and also as well as the Megatron reveal as well. Was not.
Yeah, I think we can all agree, or a good portion of us in the Transformers franchise, because we all know that there are those like G1 purists out there. I think we can mostly agree at the fact that like Megatronus's reveal at the very end of Titan's Turn was quite possibly one of the best main evil villain reveals throughout the Transformers franchise of all time. Like it was freaking cool. The fact that Mark Hamill voices Megatronus is all the more better.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, that is straight up frosting on the cake there.
Uh,
Uh,
I
yeah.
think. I think I know another thing because this is kind of like this is like an old cartoon thing that I always enjoyed. When Trypticon kind of eats Emissary, and you see him inside his body, kind of like providing this new power, and they kind of have to go like Rodimus / Hot Rod has to go in and rescue him, like Fantastic Voyage style.
Yeah,
I
that's a
think that's
classic
kind of
cartoon thing.
cool. I would have liked to see like the actual like how they got it because you just see him like drive in and then that's it. But that would have been kind of cool to elaborate more on. A lot of eating from Trypticon, like that's his main gimmick. He eats Titan Masters.
Yeah,
So
which speaking of that, like I kind of feel like do you guys feel like the Trypticon's demise was a bit and
that was
like
a
it was
cop out.
anticlimactic? Like
It was
he
it was
eats all this like important stuff, like the Matrix,
the enigma of
the Enigma,
combination.
yeah, like and a powered up was it the Victorion, and then
Yeah,
after that he pukes it up and he dies, like he just drops dead. Too much for
don't
him.
feel too.
Yeah, it's like that's. I mean, I guess because like I bet they're just like, oh, we got to end a show in like one episode. How do we finish him off? He just drops. All right, fair.
It would have been cool to see like
just falls on.
Victorion kind of slash open Trypticon's stomach and just emerge like God of War style,
That
like
would
with
be
the
pretty
enigma
sick.
or like the Matrix in hand.
Yeah, oh, and Perceptor too. I guess you don't want to forget
Yeah,
him.
like
Yeah, it's like yeah, like what? No, Perceptor would
What?
probably like stay inside
A
Trypticon.
toy on
Be
your
like,
back.
I
Where's
want
Perceptor? Oh no,
to.
we
I
gotta go
feel like
back.
Perceptor would probably like argue against it. It's like, but this will be the perfect opportunity for me to study the internal mechanisms of
oh
Trypticon.
my god.
No,
Of course you would, Perceptor. Of course you would. Get out of the gut.
so, uh,
But
but I
I
thought
have
that would have been something cool.
yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I agree. I do have here your this cast list for Power of the Primes.
Oh, we gotta talk about this.
Uh,
So
yeah,
this one kind of threw me off guard because I don't know how to feel about it. Ron Perlman as Optimus Primal. I don't even
that's
know.
amazing.
I don't know how to feel, what to say. I'm just,
Do you
how is this
think
going to
that
sound?
because it's Ron Perlman, do you think he's going to talk a lot? Do you
Maybe.
think they have because if Peter Cullen come in and he's only doing like 20 lines, like that's that. But like Ron Perlman, do you think Ron Perlman's going to actually have a full on role in this? I hope so. I mean, he is
I'm
the
hoping
prime
so.
winner.
I feel like he might because now that like the fans voted by the I mean thanks Beast Wars renewal, let's get it on. But because Optimus Primal is now the next Prime, apparently we get to see how he rises to power. So I assume it's going to be like, oh, the Optimus Primal, like he's going to be the Orion Pax of this in a sense because Optimus is dead, like legit dead. 1986 kill, except more brutal.
Yeah, he has a giant hole in his chest.
Yeah, he
Opt-
gone. He
he's
dead.
gone.
So it's like Optimus Primal is now like the Orion Pax is like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to lead you guys. I don't even know how this is gonna work because I thought this was more of like a G1 based continuity, but at the same time, Beast Wars was part of the G1 continuity, so I
Well,
can
yeah,
kind of.
but like still, like how do you put Optimus Primal in this world? Like, did he
Uh,
just
uh,
it's like ah yes, I scanned an ape.
uh,
Here I am.
Forged to Fight style. They just threw him in.
Just threw him in. Like yeah, I feel like that's how it's gonna be. It's straight up like Optimus Prime's dead. What are we gonna do? And then he's gonna step like, hi, I'm Optimus Primal. Don't mind the fact that I have the exact same name. Just added a few more vowels in the end there. Uh, I I am also wise in a leader like tone and also turn into an ape. Like how I'm excited to see how
I
they're gonna
don't
bring this guy
know.
in here.
I can't. I have to wait till a trailer or something to kind of give my final verdict
Do
on
you
this. But
think that
I'm
they will
curious.
revive Optimus Prime and make him primal? Like he is revived and his voice has changed and he has a gorilla mode. Huzzah!
I
This
mean,
all makes sense somehow.
Like see if they
Transformers like
go on.
it's just it's Transformers. If someone dies, get a new body, boom, your new character or revived character.
I mean
I
like
don't
it's
know. It's
if Onyx Prime was in the show, he's not in the cast list, but if he was, I would be that would be my theory that he's revived into Optimus Prime.
see, I'm actually going on to Onyx Prime because now that I'm thinking about it, you remember the whole triptych mask thing, the
Yes.
relic of Onyx Prime, how it possesses the ability to kind of like talk to interdimensional beings as well as the dead. What
Yes.
if somehow like like someone got hold of that artifact and talked to Optimus?
Then hey, anything's possible. I mean, I'd be surprised if they bring that mask in this country because like that's never been pulled up in any kind of like series until only the book talks about that.
Mm-hmm.
So
But we now have the Enigma of Combination in this continuity,
that's
so I
true. So
wouldn't be
yeah, anything could
surprised.
happen, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
so yeah, overall, I'm excited to have Optimus Primal join the cast. It's been a
Ron
couple of years. Primal come back.
Ron Perlman. Ron freaking Perlman. Like, wait, isn't he supposed to play as Cable in Deadpool too?
No, no.
Oh no,
He
that's the different other guy. Different.
yeah, that's someone else.
No,
But that'd be cool though.
it's just. Hmm. We have Jamie King voicing Solus Prime, so that's gonna be
So Solo
interesting.
Prime's
I don't know.
confirmed. At least we got
Yeah,
that.
Solus. So I don't really know who Jamie King is, to be honest.
No clue. No clue at all.
James King.
Just
While you continue, I'm gonna Google Jamie King.
Oh,
I'm already doing it on my
Oh,
phone.
good. Okay,
yeah,
good.
I was doing it too.
I'm glad we're all on the same page here.
Okay, so as it says, she was in Heart of Dixie. Apparently, she was in Sin City, and she also did some other movies. One of them being White Chicks 2, apparently, or White Chicks. Jesus.
Great
Okay.
White Chicks. That's a great film.
I don't know. I mean,
Pearl
maybe she
Harbor,
looks like
Bulletproof.
she looks like she could do. See, this is another pattern that I'm starting to see. Combiner Wars started with online voice actors. Titans Return kind of went into more, I guess, Hollywood-esque voice actors. Now, Power of the Primes, full on, bring on more people. We got
Yeah,
Mark
like
Hamill. Let's see who else we can
recognizable
get.
names.
We got Greg Berger coming back as B. Grimlock.
Yeah,
And
and also Volcanicus. So that's like that's a crazy. So he's in that movie. Volcanicus is in, which is good.
Please, for the love of God, give us the combination on screen. I want to see how these Dinobots will combine.
Oh, I mean, if he's voicing Grimlock, he has to. He like the fact that almost all the Dinobots here are cast. We'll for sure see it on screen.
Except for Slag.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to have that.
Slug. We have. How the fuck do I even say that name? Nufulo Joel
Just
Sanoa,
go with
aka
the next name over.
Samoa Joe.
I like to pronounce. I like to try to pronounce. But yeah, Samoa Joe, WWE wrestler, voicing Predator.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that sounds familiar, actually. Hold on.
Oh, is that his name? Is that his wrestler name? Samoa Joe?
Yeah, I think so.
That's probably. That's probably. I don't know him, but that's probably his wrestling name.
The fight.
That's his Booker.
Despite the fact that like a wrestler
Oh.
is voicing Predaking, that's actually kind of cool. That's honestly kind of cool.
Oh, we're gonna probably see that for the Toy Fair, aren't we? Predaking.
Oh yeah, we are. I think. Wait.
Oh yeah.
No, it's either Toy Fair.
Probably.
It's gonna be STCC.
So what?
I'm hoping we see. I'm gonna say we're either gonna see it at Toy Fair or we're gonna see it during STCC.
I have no idea what STCC is.
San Diego Comic-Con.
Ah, yeah, okay. Now I do.
So, we have. Who the heck is Mikey Way?
He's a musician best known for his bassist from the rock band My Chemical Romance. That's all I guess. That's all I would know.
I never heard of that band.
My Chemical Romance is it's really they have one popular song. It kind of goes like I don't know, like when I was a young boy, my father sent me into the city. It goes on like that, and it's a very crazy. It was a really big band like in early 2000s. That's all I know.
Man, he's gonna be voicing Snarl, so that's gonna be that'll be interesting. We have returning people. We have Mark Hamill as Megatronus, which is gonna be yes, please. Will Wheaton as Perceptor. I love you, Will Wheaton as Perceptor. You're amazing. I like him. He's quirky. They've really made Perceptor like super scientifically fascinated. Just that typical science nerd. I like it. Judd Nelson coming back, who as Rodimus Crone, which I assume is Rodimus Unicronus. Terry Walgreen. Oh, hey, I got her name right that time. Victorion Jason Marnoka, which, by the way, he's Frank Welker. I probably gonna sound kind of this is gonna be touchy territory. Frank Welker ever goes, I kind of want him to be the next Megatron because he does really well.
Yeah, I don't mind him. Like
he has fun with the role. Like he enjoys being Megatron.
It's different. Like his voice is Megatron. Like he's kind of the opposite with me and John Bailey in Optimus Prime. Like this guy, like I have no problem with his Megatron voice. It's all right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have Abby Trott as Windblade. Patrick Seats.
Sure.
Previously voiced a character. He voiced. Wait, what? He voiced Devastator in Combiner Wars.
Oh, weird.
I wonder what has swapped it around then now.
Robert Dyke as Devastator. So, hey, that's got to be pretty cool. Oh, Devastator's got to get some more love this time. All right. I'm okay with that. Matt Pat as Swoop again.
Matt Pat, yeah, it's not he's not what is it? Computron. I'm okay. I mean, like I don't mind. I watch Game Theory. It's just he's just a weird person to have in the Transformers like series.
I think they did it just because he's a big internet name.
Oh, for sure. Oh, it's totally it. I mean, that's same thing with like Jason David Frank. Like if people, because a lot of people love Jason David Frank, and they would probably watch the show for him alone. So like I agree. It's totally for publicity.
And then Frank Totaro as Sludge. Okay, He would be a good Sludge. Honestly, I mean, Sludge was originally voiced by Frank Welker, so the fact that like Frank Tatardo voiced Starscream and he has like that kind of me Sludge voice, it works. So I'm curious to see how he's gonna sound.
Yeah. Also,
I'm also
like,
curious like how they're gonna voice Volcanicus. Like, what kind of voice is that guy gonna have?
well, Volcanicus is Greg Berger, so.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like a different style of voicing, like
Oh, okay.
the
I
typical.
was gonna, I thought you meant like, well, I thought you already said this. It'll probably be either one. It'll be just like Grimlock, and Grimlock's just in control. Like it's just like, oh, I'm bigger and have my friends are arms. Or it'll be like, or just a deeper and growlier version.
I would love to hear like a more ferocious kind of sounding.
Like like in my opinion, it's probably gonna be like, think of Transformers Devastation voice Grimlock as Grimlock, and then think of Fall Cybertron voice Grimlock as Volcanicus.
Yeah.
Ooh. Cyborg, what you call it when the series comes out?
What? I mean, hey, I mean, I'm pretty good. Half my predictions are true half the time. That's my
Galvatron and
slogan.
Age of Extinction was one of them.
Yeah. And then
And I don't remember what you said about Transformers last
last
night.
night, oh, it was Unicron in the Earth.
Oh yeah, that was it. Uh, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the casting of Power of the Primes. I'm curious for most of these guys. I'm glad we're getting more G1 voice actors. Greg Berger. We still got Judd Nelson. No sign of Peter Cullen. So yeah, Optimus is officially dead.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, unless they're hiding it because they obviously didn't show off the like Mark Hamill being Megatronus. So there could be some characters we haven't seen that we don't know is in the series.
Take that, G1ers!
Like,
Oh gosh.
Prime is dead. You can't do anything.
yeah, it's gonna be kind of crazy. It's gonna be like I'm excited for this. I wasn't like too excited for Titans Returns, but I'm excited for this one.
I wasn't exactly either, but at the same time, it's like they're still continuing the story.
Yeah, I mean,
And this
the
is it.
Transformers series.
This is
That's
the
always
final
good.
chapter. So, or as far as we know, they might have something else planned because we don't know what's going to happen after Titan or Power of the Primes.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like because like we've been doing this has been going on for like when did Combiner Wars start in 2014 or 13?
Jesus, this has been going on since like 2015.
Yeah, like it's been a because like they had like there was like they're telling us like, oh, this is a trilogy of toy lines and entertainment and merchandise and media, and it's like it's gonna end like this year. So what do we do after this?
I mean,
Do we just
is this
wrap
it?
up with the do we wrap up with the movie line and then like they take a hibernating like break from the toy line and everything? Like this
I mean,
Transformers second renaissance
I
will be
don't
going on.
know. I hope it's like I just hope it's like not the end of the Transformers franchise because
Well,
they can
it
run
won't be
out of
for sure.
ideas.
Like for me, like I think of the first, like when Transformers first came out, which I call like the first Renaissance between 1984, let's say 1987 or eight. Like they're good, and it kind of died down. Beast Wars came in and brought it back up. It wasn't Transformers; it was Transformers Beast Wars. It was the Beast era.
Mm-hmm.
But 2007 came along and started the second Renaissance, where Transformers was back. It was hip. It was new. It was cool again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been going on since it's 2018, so it's gonna be soon 11 years, and it's like this can't go on forever. So like I wouldn't be like after a few like two after the movies are done, like because I mean as far as we know, like after like Bumblebee and six, like and the animated movie, I guess, like I don't see it going
Yeah,
on.
because we're still going to be getting that. We're going to be getting that movie one prequel that's titled Transformers One, apparently.
Yeah, which which it's I don't know if that's coming out like how I don't know how soon that is, if it's like 2020. I don't think it's 2019. I don't think they'll have it ready by then.
No, I don't. I don't think so either.
Well, then again, I don't even know when Transformers 6 is coming. They say next year, but
yeah, they're saying
I don't
2019,
know.
but that, and then still people are kind of confused. It's like, oh well, the Bumblebee movie is Transformers. It's like, wait, what? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like, yeah, it's the sixth.
Yeah.
It's the sixth Transformers movie, but it's not the sixth like install or the next chapter of the previous story or whatever.
Yeah, all you know that we better have like they better confirm a director for 6 and give me like 2 months. Like you gotta start filming if you guys want to do that release date of June next year. You gotta start figure out that soon because you gotta start filming in like June or May this year.
Yeah,
like I don't know because I don't know what's going on with that.
So this is supposed to be
I'm
next
curious
year?
to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's supposed to be next year. It's Bumblebee is this year, and then Transformers 6 is next year. It's as of right now, it is June of next year, which of course they can change that. They changed Bumblebee, which like whatever. Now I don't have
Yeah,
now I have to watch the
Bumblebee.
Super Bowl without a Transformers trailer. Thanks, Hasbro.
Yeah,
I had to
I'm
look
a
forward
little
for
miffed
other
about
things.
that too. I kind of wanted at least something.
Yeah, they broke the tradition. Thanks.
It was only a matter of time.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I wonder why they changed it because they finished filming in November. I guess I guess it depends. Because now they have a whole year of post production, so they better make that movie spotless.
I thought. Wait, I thought the Bumblebee movie it was coming out like around Christmas time this year.
It is. It comes out in December.
Okay, see, I thought so.
Yeah, Transformers. I'm calling this Bumblebee movie is Bumblebee movie, and Transformers 6 is Transformers 6.
Yeah,
And then we
that's
have
the
the
best
animated
way to
one
kind of
later
go
on.
about it because I've seen so many people debate like, no, Bumblebee is Transformers 6. It's like, no, it's not. It's a Bumblebee solo movie.
Yeah,
It's the sixth
which
Transformers movie, but it's not
I
Transformers 6.
and I guess as we're talking on we're in this topic. Part of our topic we're hoping to talk about is the rumored new Decepticons in the movie.
Yeah, I want to talk about this. Um, so courtesy of I believe his name is Silver Optimus on TFW 2005 here, as well as my good buddy Laszlo Van on YouTube. We now have possible Decepticons for the Bumblebee movie. For many of you who don't know, there are only 4 Transformers in this film alone. 2 of them being Optimus and Bumblebee, which is confirmed. Optimus is in this movie. His toy name is apparently Cab. So that's
Well,
cool.
I mean,
Optimus.
I don't
Hey,
know if you can say confirmed because, because they also confirmed what Barricade's toy is named was somewhere in there. So, I don't he could have a toy, but this is another good situation where you get a toy, but you don't get a appearance.
yeah.
But the last night proved me wrong the last time, so I can't say anything now.
I I'm just kind of going off the information that Laszlo sent. I do trust him. Like he was the whole reason we kind of knew about the whole Optimus fighting Bumblebee thing in the last night trailer. So I trust him. But yeah, so the 2 Decepticons that we're gonna be getting is one's gonna be called Scratch, which that's that's not even a word.
That name. That
It's just weird.
It is a strange name.
Unless it's like supposed to be S hyphen Crash and it's like he's some sort of gangster Decepticon, like S Crash. I don't know. It'd be stupid, but it's a name. But the next one that I like is mainly because Power Rangers villain was voiced this. I think it was in Samurai. Decepticon Decker. That kind of sounds cool to me.
Yeah, Decker's a great name. First thing comes to mind for me is the film Blade Runner. The main guy's name is Deckard, and Decker is a
I've
really
never watched.
it kind of rolls off the tongue, the word Decker. So I'm down with that.
His
sounds
power,
cool.
he just decks dudes in the face.
And so of the 2, Decker is the red one, right? It is the
I think that's what he said. I honestly think because he's the one that transforms into the that muscle car that Travis
oh, the
Knight was
one that
standing
was
in front of.
that car that was shown some time back.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
nothing's confirmed. I think those just might either be code names or those are legit names. I'm
Exactly.
pretty sure
Yeah, that's
Scratch.
because I've been following the forums where people are getting this information first, including Laszlo Ven and Silver Optimus, and they're saying they're pretty much saying these are what they saw at the it was a toy fair
Toy fair.
about it wasn't like the New York Toy Fair. It was a toy fair. I don't know where, but it was last week.
It was in the United Kingdom, I believe.
Yeah, and it was like a business only. Like it was like this is not for the public. This is just for companies who want to look for toy designs.
Yeah.
And it was it was a completely closed secret hush hush kind of thing.
Mhm.
And from what it was just what people saw was the words Decker and Scratch. So we don't know. They could just be code names because it's not like a public release. So they it may not show off the actual names yet. They're showing off the models of these toys that they want investors to invest in. They could be called Decker and Scratch, or this could be Barricade and Jerry. They don't could be anything. I kind of hope Barricade, but that's because I'm a Transformers fan who wants to see my Transformers back. But I'm also okay if these guys are completely new, their own characters. Like everyone keeps yelling knockout. They want knockout in this one, but
no, knockout ain't happening.
he ain't happening. No, there's no way. I mean, you can cry all you want, but I don't think knockout's gonna be.
I mean, the guy on 4chan who even made that fake list said, "Yeah, this is."
Yeah, exactly. It was a fake listing of all the studio series, and it said knockout, and it was.
I mean, I'll admit I was kind of excited because I can look at that vehicle. That I think it's a Plymouth, isn't it?
I have no clue. Wrong guy.
I don't know, but it's that the red car. I could see that being knockout. I really could, but at the same time, I'm like, no, not really. I don't think that's gonna be knockout.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we do know it's a Decepticon, so we have no idea who it could be. For all we know, it could be Dead End. It could even be like one of the Seekers, but just kind of redone. Like he could be Thundercracker. We wouldn't know. Who knows? But
yeah, exactly. That's a true point.
Because the Transformers movie franchise has obviously taken a lot of old Generation 1 characters, and despite the fact they give them modern renditions, they're not exactly what they were originally. So, which is cool. It's something different. I would like to know who these guys are, but as far as I know, I think Decker and Scratch. It's such a weird name.
Yeah, they're weird.
I hope Decker is the name of the actual Decepticon, but Scratch, yeah, that better be a code name because I don't know how to feel about that one. And wait until the design comes out. Yeah, I'm okay with Scratch.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah,
it always happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's like I've seen you go through 3 movies so far, and it's always the same. So I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty accurate.
I don't even know what characters I got mad about at that point. I know we went through 3 different movies, so I can't. I think one was Galvatron, because I was hoping it's Motormaster.
Oh yeah, oh god, everyone was freaking out. They're like, oh, it has to be Motormaster. It's a silver semi. It has to be him. God, it was so, it's so. I going through watching these movies being filmed, and everyone's just like, oh, the red Ferrari's hot rod. It always bugs me because everyone they think that when a car is the color of other car from G1, they gotta automatically assume.
I just hate the fact that these people are so completely confident they will shove their know-it-allness in your face all the time. It's like, no, it's this guy because he was this in the original cartoon. It's like, no, that's not how this works.
Yeah, exactly. There's a guy who because it was the same forum about the Decker and Scratch, and this one guy was not having it. He's like, Nitrogen's could have been Shock Blast. Trade Trader could have been was it Rekgar? These guys totally could have been Knockout and Barricade. This guy was and everyone else in the forum was like, dude, calm down.
I've encountered that. I read that forum. Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, it's just it's whatever. It could be Lugnut, which I mean that would have been pretty cool if it was Lugnut.
Lugnut being Nitro Zeus actually would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, but But the whole point of Transformers is to introduce new characters. When you start using the same guys over and over and over, the old fans are like, oh yeah, I get that reference, picking my nose. But the new guys are all they're like, oh, these are people are gonna grow up with these. Some kid he's gonna like the Last Night, and he's gonna grow up with Nitro Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay with Decker and Scratch. But I also would be okay with Barricade and Knockout.
See, I kind of don't want Barricade to show up. I mean, I love him to death. He's a cool character, but I like the whole fact of the running gag that he shows up in every other odd numbered movie.
So he
showed up in Transformers 1, disappeared Transformers 2, shows up again in Transformers 3, gone in Transformers 4, and then shows up in Transformers 5.
That's true. Yeah, it has to be an odd number, or else
I want that to continue. I mean,
I would not mind. I would be okay with that.
Yeah, this isn't Transformers 6 per se, but just to, if Barricade is in this one, that's fine, but don't have him show up until Transformers 7.
See, you what's gonna bug me? Watch this happen. Let's say he does show up. He's gonna show up in his Transformers 5 design, and it's gonna piss off fans. Because it will happen if it happens because no one cares in the film process. Because I see all the great concept art for Barricade in 5. One with the sunglasses really gets I love that. Like all the barricades concept art is totally basing it off his old design, and they just scrap it all, just make a new design, and might as well just God, why not just name a new guy? Just call him like Cop Out or something. Like it's so like I don't know. It just kind of sucks that they all these concept artists had these great
Cop
designs
Out.
for updating Barricade, and then they just cut the whole thing out and just add something new and whatever.
Cop Out. That sounds like a code name for Barricade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, also, I'm gonna say right now. Here's how. Okay, one. Let's say Optimus Prime is in the movie. This is a Raptor prediction right here. Quote me here. The movie's gonna end. The third act. Bumblebee's gonna be cornered between Scratch and Dacker. They're about to jump on him, and then you hear a large honk. They're all gonna turn around, and Red Semi is gonna come in and just like punch him in the face. And he's like, "Oh, it's Optimus!"
Because of course we have to have the two most popular Transformers in this movie.
Yes, you gotta make some kind of money, and but people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's not how it works in the continuity." Well, I don't think Hasbro cares anymore.
I feel like they do. I just feel like the writers don't care.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, because like really, like everything was great. Because yeah, everything was
But then
continuity was
again,
great with 1 through
we
4.
have Travis Knight.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's the thing. I don't know anything about Travis though to be like, does he care or not? I don't know that at all. So
I mean, he put a
I'm
lot of care into
scared.
Kubo and the Tale of Two Strings.
Yeah, it's a great movie, but like that's not like a franchise. So I don't know if
No, I
Travis
get it.
cares enough.
Well,
I
for
hope
all
he
we know,
does.
he could be a Transformers fan.
Yeah,
We
who
just don't
knows?
know.
So overall, like I just kind of hope. I hope that they like so it's either two things will happen. Either one, they'll like it'll be continuity wise, it'll be right with continuity with 1 and 2 and everything, or they'll make 5 the new continuity and everything about 5 continues on. So turns out the Prime was on Earth the whole time. Turns out all this was happening the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like because 5 was supposed to be this beginning of of this giant cinematic universe. So
Yeah. I mean, they already introduced Unicron. They
yeah,
still could
exactly.
technically do that, even if they did reboot the franchise. They
Yeah,
just have to establish that fact that, like, hey, Unicron is Earth, and we, got to prevent him
like
from waking up and other invading threats, and just, I don't know. It's
like
just,
overall, I better if he shows up, he better be like, don't worry, hey, Bombi, I saved you. Good work today. Me and the gang are going to go fly into space in our mirror forms to go to Mars for some reason, and then we'll be back. Make sure you find those glasses. Bye.
to get onto the back to the Bumblebee news. I did heard rumors apparently that Ironhide might even be in this movie. So like
I heard that
Barricade and
too.
Ironhide
Yeah.
might be the other two characters. But yeah, as far as we all know, Optimus is in this film. Like that is essentially confirmed. He's getting toys, and we all know that like the toys do reflect upon the media. So Optimus and Bumblebee are in this. Um, we just don't
Though
know
if
who
if
these
you're
other
saying
guys
that,
are.
then you have to
Now,
then agree that Barricade might be in it too because there's a toy of him.
Mhm.
wait, what?
There's a Barricade toy also the Bumblebee toy line. So you gotta then accept that Barricade's in this movie if you're going on those assumptions.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm getting like parts of the
Wait,
message.
there's a Barricade toy in the Bumblebee toy line. So do you have to? Then do you think Barricade's in it then?
I'd say yeah, honestly. It makes
Because
sense also because I feel like this story is gonna like give the prehistory of like how Barricade and Bumblebee became rivals, which would be pretty cool to see.
yeah, I agree. I see. Like I don't know this one. Because as far as I'm taking everything with a grain of salt until probably till the Toy Fair comes. Then I'll figure out who I think is gonna be in it because they'll probably show it off. Hopefully. I
I
mean,
mean,
isn't
Toy Fair is right around the corner.
the Bumblebee the Volkswagen Bumblebee in the studio series?
Cyborg, you're breaking up on my side
Why
really
am I
bad, and I
breaking
have
up?
no
What the
idea
heck?
why.
Am I breaking up for you, Spooky D?
No, I hear you fine.
Oh dang. I, I honestly don't know why I'm breaking up here. I'm gonna unplug my mic. I'm gonna unplug it again. I'm gonna mute myself. So I'll be right back.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Now, how do you feel about all this news, Spooky?
Um, yeah, it's just so much, but in the sense, it's just I'm thinking about shoot, what am I thinking about? Can't think of what I'm thinking. it's just like how they're gonna go about it is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking onwards for like all this rumored stuff.
Who do
Yeah,
you
hopefully
think that?
everything comes out.
Who do you think that these like the four characters for well, aside from the confirmed ones, besides Optimus and Bumblebee, who do you think Decker and Scratch are gonna be, or do you think we're gonna see Ironhide and Barricade?
Okay, I kind of hope we don't see Ironhide. Mainly, only reason because like I kind of like some consistency, as in for of course, good coach movies kind of fill in their own stuff. Even the comics try to, but in the end, they break continuity with one
Oh,
another.
yeah,
But it's
comics. I do not trust those at all.
yeah, but it's just like the comic book would go one way, but the movies continue on in different directions. Like, okay, what can I trust? Because the movies sometimes they break continuity with themselves, and it's just like, okay, what's because
You can't trust
like
anyone.
Ironhide, yeah, but like because I will hope the movies keep the continuity mainly because of the first movie, all the Autobots like Ironhide and everyone else landed. I kind of hope Ironhide is in the movie, unless this is gonna explain. Oh yeah, he was here like this years back. He just came back again. He came here, said
Yeah,
hi,
that's what I'm waiting
left.
to happen because it probably will. I don't want it to. That's probably how it's gonna go down.
Yeah,
Most likely.
but that's my thoughts with the Ironhide bit. As for the other character, I don't know. I'm not good for predicting stuff. Sometimes I follow the hype on a character, like with Motor Master, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna stop assuming what a character's going to be. Like, yeah, dude, Motor Master, they spot all these vehicles behind it. Yeah, we're gonna get a combiner. No, we
Man, if
did
we got a
not.
combiner
Yeah,
in the
like
Bumblebee movie.
when Transformers 3 came out, oh, Stunticons, those race cars have guns.
No,
Bad guys.
you remember early, like way early in 2011, whenever the filming was still going on, and people were like saying, like, I don't know, the aerial bots and Omega Supreme are supposed to be in it, and Silverbolt's going to be voiced by James Avery.
Yeah, why did James Earl, wait, not James Earl Jones, why did James Avery say that in an interview? He never shows up. What happened to that?
I don't know.
He
I
did
guess
an
there was like
interview. He said it himself.
that was just really weird.
I completely forgot about that. I remember like that was a big news for the week. Was that James Avery is coming to Silverbolt. Nothing after that. Absolutely nothing.
I mean, Omega Supreme was going to be in this movie. Like, he had a concept robot mode from the Arc, which was really cool.
He did?
Yeah, it was legit.
Oh,
That fake image, that was legit.
what fake? Like I don't even know what like there was trust me, when it comes to concept art and Transformers, I kind of scan the area. I don't not see any Omega Supreme concept art.
I was the thing
I,
I sent on.
Are you talking about that weird thing that looks like it was like broken, like it was kind of like rubble,
Yeah,
kind of? It's like that was totally fake. That was not concept art. I mean, to
I don't
pop
know,
your
man.
dreams.
I mean, you're not. But yeah, the whole thing, like news like that, I don't understand how people can like have that sort of thing. It's weird. It's really weird how like these people can just come up with these ideas and then like this sort of stuff happens and it doesn't. Oh no, this was back in 2010. Jesus. Yeah, he said he was going to voice Silverbolt. This was on TFW. I'm looking at it right now.
That's hilarious.
Man,
I wonder what maybe like. Do you think like they actually had the idea and they just scrapped it?
I think so. It would have been cool to see the aerial bots though.
it
Yeah,
was super. It was for which movie? Was
It was
this?
the
for
Dark
Dark
of
of
the
the
Moon.
Moon. They were gonna have
Oh,
James. They were gonna have James Avery voicing Silverbolt.
Do you think
how do you say
possibly like
something like?
what if do you think maybe he was talking about Dark of the Moon the game? He just never mentioned that it's the game I'm talking about, not the movie, because he's in the game. I mean, not James
That
James
yeah,
Avery.
that could work too. And the game was released. I think was it before the movie?
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah,
game.
it was the
Yeah,
week before.
the game was a prequel to Dark of the Moon.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
so
was
they
released.
released it a
Yeah,
week
that.
before.
I mean, if James Avery was in the game, that'd be cool.
I
But
mean, he's not like but maybe
no,
maybe he was like maybe he was talking to his manager and he's like, hey, I got a role for you for Transformers the game. He's like, great, I'll tell him in an interview, and maybe just never got back to him. So he just like, I'll just not talk and maybe they won't say anything.
Yeah. Just gonna keep my head down.
I gotta keep my head down.
So we talked about the Titans Return stuff. We talked about the Bumblebee movie stuff. I'm still curious to see because they said there's only gonna be 4 Transformers, but we've been kind of told this sort of information before, and it never happens.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go
No,
ahead.
they never stick the.
I'll say that here's I think the 4 Transformers are. I think the Decepticons are going to be they're going to be the fan made Scratch and not fan made the original characters Decker and Scratch. I think they are going to be OG, and I think that the Autobots is going to be Optimus and Hot Rod. Yeah, Bumblebee's not in it at all. It's all a joke. But no, I think it's gonna be Bumblebee, and I think it's gonna be. I don't know if I don't. I guess I want to say Optimus, but I don't want it to be Optimus. But all signs point to Optimus.
Yeah, I think Optimus is going to be, and I'm kind of glad because it's like, hey, Optimus, you're still around, yay!
Yeah, congratulations. I'm not happy about it though.
But you're also going to be outshined by Bumblebee, which alone.
I would hope so. It's his movie.
I know, but still, at the same time, it's like Bumblebee wasn't always the number one. It was always Optimus, and now all of a sudden it's Bumblebee. Oh well.
Like it's funny, like you give Optimus all his character after like the whole trilogy where Optimus didn't have much character. You give him a lot of character, and then you push him to the side.
Yep. It's like you're no longer the love child. Here's my new son. I love him more.
Do you think they'll also because continuity is at this point is pretty much in 2 ways. Do you think Bumblebee will talk and he will lose his voice in this movie?
I kind of am hoping that because the comics, and I know they're not always connected to the movie, but in the comics they had Megatron rip out his throat. So what I would like to see in this movie, if Barricade is in it, I want to see him be responsible for taking Bumblebee's voice.
That would be pretty interesting. I would actually, that'd be really nice. Like, yeah, because continuity, because also like if it is, let's say this is part of the new continuity that the Last Night is setting up. The Last Night's continuity is practically pretty much like it's trying to mirror the line continuity, which is the whole Megatron rips his voice out thing. Like I don't know, I guess because they can totally just be like, oh, let's just make him lose his voice in this one. Like, all right, they can just do anything. God, they can watch John Cena just pile drive his throat, and he's just my voice.
You can't see me.
You didn't see me coming.
So, yeah. I'm curious to see what the toys are going to look like. I really hope we kind of get a good-looking deluxe scale Volkswagen B. But I also have a hunch that it's probably going to be like, I want to say like a downside version of like the Masterpiece, except like with some new engineering to make it look more movie-esque. I don't know. That's just what's running in my head right now because his design is essentially a movie-style version of Generation 1 Bumblebee with the movie head. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see who the other characters are going to be. And I begrudgingly am looking forward to this film because it seems like it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited for a trailer, which will probably drop in May.
I thought it was March.
Well, anything. Like it could be anything. Like I honestly, I'm just I'm looking at just past movies that like all Star Wars movies, their trailers drop in April-ish, and then they and then like the bigger trailers drop around like May or June.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Yeah, like, it's December. Literally, like this movie. It's so it's since it's so like away from the rest of the Transformers movie franchise. Like history is we can't look upon history because there's no example of a Transformers movie in December. So we'll all got to guess. It's low budget. Like who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know. I'm excited.
I just want it to be good. That's
Me
all
too.
I want. I just want it to be good.
Me too. And I think we should be good with that. I think it'll be good.
I hope it keeps continuity with itself.
Me too.
Not distort it more, like with the Last Night.
Yeah, the first 5 movies they really fucked it up.
Well, but watch it. It's gonna be like the character. What's her character's name? Charlie, the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's like, oh man, my best friend's Bumblebee, but my mom's Quintessa. Oh no!
Oh god, I'm scared to see that
So
happen.
like, Megatron shows up, but he's Galvatron again. Like it's Galvatron first. It turns out it was Galvatron first, then he's Megatron, and then he was Galvatron, then he was Megatron. But they'll never explain that either.
Uh, Cyborg, the fact that you said that Quintessa could be the mom, that could work. She's a pretender.
No, no, that would be really.
No.
I mean, look, God, okay. I was about to go into a rant about stuff, but about last night. But that it's gone. It was last year. We can stop talking about it. Bumblebee 2018, baby, all the way through. Let's talk about Toy Fair. Let's talk about all the cool stuff. What do you want to see in the Toy Fair, guys?
Okay, so I saw T-Formers kind of post up like their 5 predictions for what we're gonna see at Toy Fair. The first thing I want to see, the Studio Series stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's the number one thing.
Because we've gotten teases of the Dark of the Moon Crowbar, which is going to be a heavy retool of the Berserker, but I feel like it's going to work a bit more.
Oh yeah, I think so. I'm curious how they're going to fit those tentacles in there.
Oh yeah.
Dreads.
I'm hoping to see Stinger, because we are going to be getting an accurate Pagani Huera version of
yeah, thank God.
Stinger. Blackout, we've got to look at him. I hope we see him how he's going to look, because he's going to be a leader class, which if I'm being totally honest, I feel like we don't really need a leader Blackout, but it's nice that we got him.
Yeah, I mean, I bet it'll scale well. I mean, like it'd be perfect scale if Megatron was leader class, and I mean, it kind of sucks. 'Cause, like in the movies, Optimus continuity wise, he is smaller than Megatron. Like, so if leader classes are just like, 'cause I don't know how big their leader class is. Like, if it's like somewhat just taller than a Voyager, then it would have been perfect if Megatron was leader class also and Optimus was Voyager. Because these guys are like, Optimus Prime is just easily. Overall, I think Blackout is pretty good for leader class, because then you can recreate the Optimus climbing on his back and ripping his face off.
I thought that was Grindor.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Oh, I got steamed there for a second. I was gonna get into that. I was not gonna get into that at all. I don't know if you remember, what was it? Bot Bruiser.
Yeah.
We talk about that all the time of who's who, and because back then, like, because I'm like, it's Blackout. They just changed his name because Hasbro's mean. And nowadays, I honestly don't care anymore. You can bring us Optimus as like, oh, my name is actually Derek. And it'll be cool. New character Derek, everyone. It's just like Optimus. I don't care anymore. Anything can happen.
I think it's still going to work regardless, because we're getting a Voyager Optimus as well. Like, he's not going to be a leader. He's going to be a Voyager.
Yeah.
So
it looks cool. I actually I don't mind that one. Yeah. I mean, this past weekend I almost bought Masterpiece movie Optimus Prime. Which to the point, I bought it from the seller on eBay, but then I had to message him saying, sorry, I need to cancel because I have financial problems, and I almost because I sure I bought it, but then I messaged him like, sorry, I'm gonna have to cancel. Please forgive me. I can't afford it because I don't know, because it was an impulse purchase. It was $90 instead of like the 130 you can find online. I almost got it, but I didn't.
Wait, did you cancel or he cancel?
I canceled.
Oh, I thought you said he did.
No. Because I looked at my wallet. I'm like, you know what? I really shouldn't. I should be spending on better things instead of Optimus Prime here. Also, overall, almost didn't. Bought it, but I didn't. And hopefully this Studio Series Optimus Prime looks just as good, so I can have that.
That would be nice to get another movie Prime, because we've gotten a lot of movie Primes throughout the toy line. I was actually messing around with my. Does anyone remember the Dark of the Moon Deluxe Optimus Prime?
Oh yeah, I only only because of the they did that re-release of him and Cybertron Prime.
I started messing around with him and I forgot how much I appreciated this thing. He's really good for this scale, honestly.
Yeah, I would like a good Voyager movie accurate Optimus Prime. That's why I love the Studio Series, because their goal, I can tell, is movie accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
Because a portion of this part of the talk, I'm gonna be flooding my opinions on Grimlock.
Yes, I know. I will too. I will be joining you. So
because that's the whole reason I want this. I like the Studio Series.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that Grimlock's gonna look. We did get a look at the white prototype.
Yeah, and I mean, like it's the mold is great, and
Too
hopefully
many
the
Dino
paint
Yeah.
Jaws.
finishes on. Like it's like because you know me, and for those who've watched this and they've heard me before, all the past Grimlock toys except like one, but it's like a stupid like
It
the
was the
weird like
turbo changer, the night turbo changer one that
yeah
had like the
like
accurate head.
exactly every Grimlock toy except that has a inaccurate head. It's like simple, it's bland, it's dumb, it's not accurate, and I need accuracy to be a little happy in my life.
The
So
best part is no third party company has made an upgrade kit for that Grimlock
yeah,
at all.
seriously, I was waiting. Oh, dude, I would have bought like 10 just to help the guys out. I would totally just like I'm yeah, and like it's funny like so they're bringing out this Grimlock that's really accurate. Like the shoulders are better, and also his face is accurate. But like then right when this happens, a third party company's making a accurate Grimlock too. But I don't think it's coming out like soon, and it's probably gonna be expensive. But
Yeah.
overall, like I like how now all the accurate Grimlocks are coming out after a year. The movie's last night's been out. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
excited. I'm a leader class blackout. His arm's a mace. I don't care about that. I guess his bottom jaw is a part of his left arm. That's cool. Whatever. Uh, I just want an accurate Grimlock. That's all I want. I'm gonna get it.
I am definitely gonna try my best to get that. Apparently, they're gonna be priced at the, if I recall correctly, it's still gonna be standard pricing for like the Power of the Prime stuff as well. So deluxes are gonna be, I think, either 15 or $20. Voyagers are gonna be 30, and I think the leader classes are going back up to either, I think they're going to 50 or 60 now. I think they're
Yeah,
50.
I think it's I think they're actually priced the deluxes are priced like movie retail style like $20 deluxe.
Yeah.
Which like that's kind of because I think they're being sold at Walmart. I think there was an
If they're being sold at
article a
Walmart, they're
while
gonna be
ago.
like 15 because they don't go
Exactly.
to
Let's
Yeah.
I'll
Hasbro.
cross my fingers because I was there an article way back in the past that said that there are listings in Walmart.
I
I think
think.
so.
Yeah.
I hope so because otherwise that saves me a good pretty penny. I can buy
Yeah,
lunch.
the Star Scream. That's what it was.
Oh, no, that's right. That's
So,
right.
so yeah, they are going to be sold at Walmart. These aren't going to be like exclusives. They're going to be mass retail releases.
Which in the Starscream in the one leaked photo they showed of Starscream way while back, it looks just like a leader class Starscream from Reveal the
Hunt for
Shield,
the
but smaller scale.
Yeah, the Hunt for the Decepticons one.
Which is great because that's a perfect that's a perfect engineering for that toy, like for that character. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's worthy of being part of the movie masterpiece like line, which it is. Like it's a great design for that toy, so I'm glad to have that again, but on a smaller scale.
I'm trying to think of who else we're supposed to get. We're going to be getting a new Megatron, which looks really good.
Yeah,
There's
like
a new Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. That looks great. Now I'm only hoping they do Dark of the Moon as well, and like another wave or something, or they do Galvatron.
I kind of like I
Um,
wouldn't mind a better movie Megatron because they they improved their Transformer engineering at two, so pretty much all the movie one Megatron toys were kind of like all the movie one toys were but then when the second movie came in, they improved all the characters' designs for the toys. So I wouldn't mind a new movie one Megatron, like an accurate, better engineered like
mhm.
mold. That would be great.
um, I know we still have yet to see what Jazz is going to look like, and Lockdown. We're going to be
Oh,
getting
that's
a new.
right. Oh, that's right. Jazz and Lockdown are part of the first wave.
Yes, I think.
It's I think the first wave is it Stinger Ratchet? No, wait, actually no. Lockdown and Jazz are wave two. It's Stinger, Ratchet, Bumblebee, and Crowbar is wave one.
Uh, Ironhide.
Ironhide is gonna be wave three of Voyagers.
I'm surprised you remember this off by heart.
Well, when because that was all because of the Grimlock came out, so I put all my focus on those two slides of Studio Series
Yeah.
like that, and then the Grimlock and Blackout thing. But yeah, so I don't. Wave two is from what I remember. Wave two is for deluxes. It's a Stinger repaint, Lockdown, Jazz, and I don't know.
Actually, yeah, you're right. So it's gonna be Jazz Lockdown.
Oh, it
That
was Striker. They
other
said it was Striker two, so it
Striker,
means it's a Bumblebee repaint
most likely. Yeah.
or
Well, we're
a
gonna get
like
Jazz
a
and
different Bumblebee
Lockdown.
mold.
So hey.
Yeah, like I mean, like if it's something similar to that third party Lockdown
Mm-hmm.
figure.
The unique toys per. That's why I haven't been putting the money down on him yet. I don't. Frankly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to spend that kind of money on that guy. I really don't. I don't think he's worth $100.
Oh, the third party lockdown.
Yeah, the unique toys Peru kill. I
Yeah,
don't think
there
he's
it is.
worth that
I'll try
much.
to find the name for him, but couldn't remember.
I really don't think he's worth it. I
You
want to
don't
wait
think
and see.
so? It's pretty like I'm honestly I'm surprised that that toy turns into a Lamborghini.
Yeah, it does. It's black magic, dude.
It,
That thing does not look
that's
like
a
it
perfect way to
transforms.
describe it.
Like the same way with Faraj, who I recently just acquired.
Oh, that's
A little
right.
bit of
That
a
must be so hard to handle.
dude. I got scared transforming this thing.
I gotta see. I wouldn't like. I would transform it once and like not touch it again.
Like to vehicle mode. Hold on, I'm gonna show my ugly mug because hey, um, yeah, to transform this guy into vehicle mode was absolutely like scary as
Oh
shit.
yeah,
But you see how everything kind of works.
that's good. But it must be a great payoff having a
Oh,
that
yeah,
Voyager that
this thing's
vehicle
really good.
alt mode.
There are other like minor things with this thing also, like these panels here that are supposed to form like the front fenders or the wheel wells. These pieces alone, those things are on individual like hinges, and there's clips that you're supposed to clip underneath the hood, and that thing was a bitch to get streamlined.
Ooh. Yeah, I would. I have giant like flabby meat fingers, so I would not. It would be pretty hard for me to like be very careful with a toy like that.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, I want to see what the Studio Series lockdown is going to look like. That would be good, but I don't know how often. I'm pretty sure Hasbro has shown the first and second wave of figures at their at conventions.
Yeah, I
I'm pretty
think
sure.
I think in Times Returns they showed off like a wave and a half.
Mm-hmm. So there might be a chance we'll see lockdown. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Stinger. Um, that Ratchet, I know it's a deluxe. I know it doesn't because we saw a picture of that thing.
Yeah, it was a pretty good picture too, and it didn't look
It
like
looks like the Dark of the Moon one,
yeah,
but
it didn't look
kind
too
of
good.
yeah, kind of poor.
I mean,
Honestly,
I'll get
Crowbar
it. Like,
good.
I'm planning on getting this whole toy line, so I'll probably buy it.
I'm gonna try. I have a great appreciation for these movies. If it
Like I
wasn't for
don't,
these movies, the
yeah.
Transformers franchise would kind of be at a halt.
Also like I just like this toy. It's not like a movie toy line. Like I mean, it's a movie toy line, but it's not like oh, this is for the movie coming out now.
No,
Like,
this is
this is
just for
a
figures, like figures of sheer accuracy and characters we
yeah.
haven't gotten
Like,
proper figures.
they put their minds together and like, how do we transfer that design into a toy that we can sell for $15? And
They've done it. I
they've done it.
mean, they've done it multiple times. They've made
Yeah,
figures for the movies that have been blown out of the water. I mean, look at Cogman. He didn't even transform. He was a little headmaster, but they managed to like make him.
I'm like I guess like overall like this one like it's a movie toy line, but it's more I guess like it's not I don't know I guess they focused like really hard on this one and I like that a lot like and also they're getting us characters that we just couldn't get before. Crowbar, that's really surprising for me, and having a Stinger like it's I'm glad that they're giving us toy like because they looked at the past and like oh what characters deserves better toys, these guys,
What
let's
characters
send them out.
deserve toys in general? These
Yeah,
guys.
right, yeah, exactly. Like a better because like not I don't think everyone was okay with the lockdown from 4, and for sure everyone was like wasn't really happy with a red Bumblebee for Age of Extinction for the Stinger.
That was a Takara exclusive.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm glad I'm pretty sure people are gonna be like yeah, like they're gonna be happy to have their Age of Extinction Bumblebee next to their Studio Series Stinger.
I will say this: if it wasn't for third parties, we wouldn't have a lot of the movie designs that we got. Like third party, like KO companies like Toy House Factory, TF Dream Factory, Unique Toys, all of these other companies. I mean, they managed to get these designs pretty down pat. I mean, again, Faraj. I'm sorry, I keep bragging about him. Faraj is a good example.
Oh yeah, that's see that's why if this was 2014, if they did that with Grimlock, I'd be happy. So thank God for third party companies that know what we want.
So, but yeah, so okay, so apparently Striker is going to be part of Wave One. He's going to be first, and then there's
Yeah,
someone else. I think it's Striker Two.
yeah, Striker. Yeah, so that's what you're right. And so
Yeah, so he's
Striker,
going to
which
be
go
going to
on.
be a reissue along with Stinger. So Striker and Stinger are going to be part of Wave One and Two. Ratchet, Crowbar is going to be part of Wave One along with Striker. Jazz and Lockdown are going to be the only new guys for Wave Two of the deluxes. Um, the Voyagers are going to be for Wave One. It's going to be Starscream and Optimus Prime. Wave 2 is going to be the Megatron and Brawl. Wave 3 is going to be Ironhide, and then Wave 4 is going to be Thrust, which is going to be done from the start screen.
Oh, I think wait for the where'd you get thrust from?
That one other picture I sent you a while back, it was a red star screen.
I don't remember that at all.
Hold on. You want me to send it to you?
Yes, please. You said that's for the what for wave 4 for Voyagers?
Yeah, it was that one that had like those dates that were all weird looking. Like
Yeah,
it
because
said
like
2017.
yeah, because like it well no like I think what you're because like it was that, is that the one like it's all like it's like a PowerPoint or like a flat like a
Yeah, it was
what is it
during a
called?
Skype call and everything.
Yeah, that's I think it looked red because it's because of the because all it was that all the screens were covered in red lettering.
Yeah.
It's
So
that's
just maybe
that's
another.
it's a start screen for Transformers 2. It's a TF2 start screen.
Oh,
So
that's right.
it's the same
Trucks.
mold, but you're gonna get the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen tattoos.
Well, that'll be great because my Revenge of the Fallen Starscream has had issues.
Yeah,
Those
I agree.
tail
Like
wings.
I only owned one start. I had a Dark of the Moon Deluxe Starscream. So I'm which it's that's figured it's cool and all, but hey, this is
That Revenge
obviously
of
gonna be a
you
better
can't
mold.
beat that Revenge of the Fallen Voyager Starscream though.
I
That
never
thing is
had it, so I it's, as like I mean
Yeah, same.
the best mold I've had was the leader Starscream. Like that's I mean we can agree that that's the best
yeah,
Starscream
that is the
design.
best.
Okay, good.
Like that is one of the best. Which now that we're talking about toys and how I was just mentioning issues with them, it's going to bring us into
Yes,
our
the main topic.
the main topic that has been a recurring issue within the Transformers community for collectors: the neglect of play for Transformers figures. The reason I particularly bring up this specific topic is mainly because for the past few years, I have noticed that despite the fact that I still enjoy playing with these plastic toys, they are still plastic. They will end up getting dusty and sometimes even break or crack over time. It doesn't have to even move or anything. It could just be completely static and stuff will happen to it. I've had many different scenario or not scenarios, not opportunities either. Why is it an opportunity? I've had many different experiences with this particular issue because being a 22-year-old and like still playing with toys, it does feel a little odd, but hey, toys are made for fun. You can animate with them, you can play with them, give them voices, whatever it is. But I've also heard of many other people who have just picked up a Transformers toy and then something breaks off of it. And then the hardest part is you have to find a way to replace it in a totally different time where it's no longer released in store. So unless you either have like a vintage toy store or comic shop or you go on eBay, yeah, those are your only chances. So that's what I'm gonna talk about. So recently I played with my Dark of the Moon figures. I went to go mess with my Ironhide, and the hinge that holds his waist started to develop a crack, similar to the way that Bumblebee's for TLK Wave 3 started to develop a crack at one of his shin hinges for his one of his rear wheels. I'm just gonna put it out like this: it doesn't matter how old you are, and a lot of people are probably gonna be contradictive in the comments, saying like, "Oh, well, what happens if you're 40? You don't have the mentality to realize that you're able to rearrange these things and transform them." And so, it doesn't matter. They're toys. They're made for fun. They're made for entertainment. I mean, they're made for kids. But still, you can collect them, you can display them, make sure you clean them every now and then, but don't neglect them because you have no idea what can happen the next time you go to pick one up. Something could break. You have a hard time replacing it. It's just it's not something that should be done, but people do it, and it's kind of a shame because you buy all these figures and they're just sitting here gathering dust, doing nothing. I mean, sometimes you'll pick up one that you want to mess with and just put it, transform it, mess around with its articulation, and then put it down and then leave it for another day and maybe switch it out with each day and each figure. You can do that, but it's all a matter of the reason why they break is over time the plastic starts to degrade, they start developing cracks, and it's either a clean snap or a piece busts off, or you know um I'm not going to be the only one discussing this. I do want to mainly talk about this topic, but I want to hear from you guys as well in the comments, as well as you, Cyborg Raptor, and Spooky. what are your stances on this particular thing? Like, should you think whenever you buy a toy, do you think you should just get it, play with it once, and then just play it for the rest of its life, or do you think you should play with it a little frequently?
Uh, Here, I'll go start. I'll start her. Okay. See, I guess I really does. I believe it depends on the person. There's first, the reason there are adult collectors is pretty much of, and like people why they have so much stuff is that there's kind of a sense of what's the word I'm looking for here? Sentiment. Because it's as someone who've they grew up and they got a toy and is this big important part of their lives, or something this is to them, it brings them joy. So of course they want to keep doing it, and it gives them a sense of relief or a sense of just of joy. And I understand what you're going from with the when you neglect if you're neglecting your toys and you kind of feel like you're forgetting someone, it's you're doing a Toy Story 3 where you're kind of putting in a box and they'll panic and they'll try to leave.
Yeah.
I see, like for me, because like I'm kind of on the opposite spectrum where I'm okay with opening up a figure and I'll play with them once or twice and then they're on the shelf. And, because toys, like I said, toys are designed for play, but some people like who would buy figures, they like them for it's design, it's engineering, like amazing how like a piece of plastic kind of like it's like a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
You can bring out a puzzle. If you're bored, you can bring out a puzzle just to you finish the puzzle, you feel good about it, and you put it back in the box. That's kind of how it is for me. Like when I get a Transformer, it's fun just to rearrange these pieces of plastic to make another form, like two recognizable forms, and you take a minute to it feels satisfying to
not to mention the shock value of like the end result.
Exactly, yeah, like especially with toy designers nowadays, they've made it monumental leaps to the point where now there's, because back in the 80s it was basic toys with 3 to 10 steps of changing, but now we have masterpiece lines where like I believe Masterpiece Megatron, the new one, is like 100 steps or something. It's a while to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Wait, how much is he?
Oh no, I don't know the number. I just know it's a lot of steps.
Yeah, I from what I've heard, like I don't remember if it was right or from what I was told on video, but it was, if it's not 100, it's close to 100 steps to transform the new Masterpiece Megatron. So like that's it's this crazy how toys have influenced so much. They've evolved and it's more complex now. So, and I think our generation is kind of different. Like our generation so they grew up with toys in a different way that
as
kids,
opposed
like
to
our
our
parents,
generation who is like completely obsessed with technology and everything else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like our parents' toys were blocks and dolls, and but later on, like as toys get more advanced, then like it's kind of, people have different opinions on them. Because like nowadays, like people who like I've met so many people who I've met who like they collect stuff, like I would say the word ball joint and people would know what I mean by that, and it surprises me. And I just think it's interesting that as our generation goes on, toys are no longer seen much as like playthings, but depending, like it's more as it's a collector's thing. People collect baseball cards, Pokemon cards. They collect Hot Wheels. Like toys are becoming more of just another collector's item. And when it comes to playing with them, I guess once again, it depends on like your sentimentality of them, or just like how you view these toys. But overall, it's just like I guess it all depends on the person's a point of like what you want out of your toy. Like for me, like because I go like I'm kind of like a toy whore, or a prostitute of kind, like where I would get a toy, I play with it for a couple bits, and then I straight up sell it the next few like months. Like I've had toys where I bought it, I play with it, like Nitro Zeus. I owned Nitro Zeus for about 2 weeks, and then I put them back in the box and I returned it to Target. Mostly because mine was a little bit broken. There was 2 problems with it, and I was kind of upset about it. But also because I like my money, I financially, like I go up and down. There's times where I have a lot of money and I buy. It always so happens to be around when a Transformer movie comes out. I have a lot more money, so I buy all the movie toys, and then like the month after the movie comes out, I end up selling it all. Like for instance, like like the example earlier today, where I was saying that I almost bought movie Optimus Prime, but I realized that it's $90, which is cheap, for a movie Masterpiece Optimus Prime, because it's online it's 130. But I had to,
it's crazy online.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
Aftermarket.
And that's just movie Optimus Prime. Like there are some toys there's some toys I see people buy and review that's like $280 or $300.
Make Toy or Mock Toys Pandanus, the Scorponok, or the Planet X Apocalypse, the War for Cybertron
Triptychon.
The fact that people can spend almost over $400 on one single thing.
Yeah, that's what we call that's why people love credit cards.
That's like the top tier of the Transformers collecting community. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think once because but I think with people using credit cards, like you can easily pay that stuff off, but still, like it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money and time you're devoting to this piece of plastic.
Yeah.
And I guess overall, like, because like that's why I kind of stopped. I stopped not only for financially, I couldn't really afford it, but also I realized that this is a piece of plastic that it's a very high value piece of engineering piece of plastic, but still it's a piece of plastic nonetheless. And I know for sure if I'll get him, I'll transform him once or twice, and he'll just stand right next to my movie Masterpiece Bumblebee. So I ended up so I stopped doing it to the fact where I actually might sell movie Masterpiece Bumblebee, because I realized that the Masterpiece line is just a bit expensive on my taste, and I don't want Bumblebee to be alone.
How much you want him?
Actually, I was gonna near the end of this podcast, I was gonna talk to you, Michael, about that, because I don't think you have movie Masterpiece Bumblebee.
No, I don't, but I do want it. And
all right, we will talk about that after the podcast. But overall, I guess what I'm trying to say is that depending on the person and what you guys feel about your figures, how sentimental you are with your figures, like I totally know what you mean, but Michael, like when you see something like you see your toys and they're dusty and they haven't been touched, and you kind of feel bad because some people they're toys, but other people
you cherish these things for years, and then the fact that you go and pick one up and you see it's neglected, it's covered in dust, it's cracked, it is at a risk of breaking. It breaks the heart, honestly, because
exactly it really does depend because and it must be really hard for you because you have a lot of figures. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I recently, just yesterday, I picked up Slug and Swoop because I really want the Volcanicus, which are great. Slug looks like a frog though. But overall, like it's like but you have probably the triple digits.
I have at least I want to say over 100, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
I say that kind of skeptically because I don't know how well that feedback will be given when it comes to the comments, because I know comments, you guys can be relentless sometimes. But this is mainly because of the fact that, and I'm going to get a little personal here. At a very young age, I was diagnosed with a lot of mental disorders that affected my early childhood, how I would act. I was very aggressive. And these things, in a way, these were kind of my way to cope. These were a way to deal with my mental illnesses, my stressful days. And they still are to this very day. Personally, I feel I no longer need to identify myself as having mental illnesses like ADHD or anything. I'll admit I have major OCD. OCD. Like, definitely. Like, if there's a missing piece off of one of my figures, I will tear my room apart just to find it. And when I finally find it, I'm like, yay! But then I'll look at my mess and I'll be like, fuck. So
yeah, I know that feeling.
So recently I've just been playing with all my figures again, just because I'm now in that early year of like the years of adulthood. You're finally learning that life ain't always how it should be. You got to make it yourself. And while I'm just kind of sitting and doing things little by little, trying to apply for a job, trying to get my license, and dealing with finances, now being financially responsible for my family. All of that stress adds up, and sometimes you just kind of need that release. In a healthy way. If anyone out there is like dealing with like suicidal stuff or like self-harming, I strongly advise you to seek help. Your life is worth living.
Yeah, so don't talk to us. We're not a psychiatrist.
Yeah, we're not psychiatrists. We ain't.
But don't do it. I guess that's as far as we can tell you.
But so the reason why I brought this up is because I've heard of many other people who have dealt with issues of figures breaking, and I've had people come to me in regards to like how to fix said figures. Even if you just see like a premature break in them, like a crack or something. My advice, and this is also because of my good buddy Chuck from Big Red Vintage Toys, insert non-sponsor here. Uh, he told me like if there's a thing at the hinge, make sure to grab it by the hinge. Don't grab it by the broken piece or whatever, and be very careful when you rotate it. Specifically, my Armada Jetfire that was given to me by a good friend of mine. She sent me like a big old care package one day, and I got that Armada Jetfire, and it was one of his wings was split in half because of early childhood treatment, which it's understandable. You were a kid, it's fine. But when I went to go get it fixed, the guy, my buddy Chuck, told me to make sure you grab it by the lower hinge where the wing hinge is and rotate it from there. But it's just really unfortunate to see that all these toys, all these, the figures, your possessions, the things that you cherish the most, whether it's like transforming normality in the comment section, you can either collect to collect, you can get it just to look at it, you can mess around with it, do whatever. It's ultimately up to you. Me personally, as I already said, I'm 22. I don't give a shit what other people think. If they don't think it's weird, I still play with toys. Don't tell me how to live my life. They're made for fun. They're made for animation. Look at the amazing things that people have done with these plastic toys. Not just Transformers, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, Dragon Ball Z, other like Figma things, third-party figures which aren't even made to be played with. Those like are display pieces. Those things should be statues. People do amazing things with those. And that's also another thing where I'm kind of getting into the whole neglect thing. Like, if you neglect a third-party figure, yeah, good luck trying to replace that. That thing breaks, you're done. You got
that's
a whole
different.
new thing.
That's one of the reasons also why I decided to stop collecting masterpiece, because I know that if anything happens, it's I'm not gonna rebuy an $80 figure. So
then again, there's me, which I'll probably be like, "Mom, I need a replacement."
No, seriously, that's why I literally, because if something happens, like let's say like there's like let's say there's a character, one of my toys has like a loose ball joint. I will not rest until that ball joint is like smooth, like it's thicker.
See,
like,
that's where the OCD for me comes in.
Yeah,
that's
like,
when
I really freak out.
That bugs the shit out of me. That's not even your fault. That's just QC at its finest.
Yeah, I want my toys to be perfect, and when something's not, like right now, like one of the things that like Slug's one of my Slug's arm, when it's in arm mode, a piece of plastic, it's not, the tab doesn't like keep, it's like his
it won't stay tabbed together.
It won't stay tabbed together, and it is throwing me off like crazy. And I don't know if I honestly I don't know how to fix this.
Sandpaper.
Sandpaper?
Kind of file it down a little bit, or rub it down with the sandpaper, and it'll like kind of grind it off just a little bit, and it should get it tight. But if if you also don't have sandpaper, get like a cotton swab with some floor polish on it, and kind of just
see, that's what I do. Yeah, I have I literally like nowadays, like on my shelf, I have like a little tiny like repair area. I have like floor. I have like tooth with cotton swabs. I have floor care, and I also have like for heavy duty, like not seen like ball joint stuff. I have a nail polish.
Yeah, nail polish would work too. But yeah, sandpaper or a very small file, you can file down the tab and then just kind of give it like a small thin layer of floor polish or nail polish, and it should be able to thicken it up.
Yeah,
me personally with QC issues, the only thing I have a QC issue with for me personally is if a wing on a thing is, a ball joint is loose, a mushroom peg is loose, if pops are popping out too frequently, I can still ignore that, but the fact that that issue is still there is something that's going to bug me. That's just how it is, but I'll still ignore it. I'll be like, yeah, okay, the figure's still complete. That's fine.
That's all nice.
To give a major example of something that really bugs me, this is going to get into a little bit of a story with TFA here. Back around the age of Dark of the Moon, when we were told we were going to get a Dark of the Moon Leadfoot, and it was canceled. We never got it. I went on eBay, and this was whenever I was using my parents' credit card, but with permission. I went on eBay one day and I found a seller who was selling a lead foot for roughly, I want to say, I'm not proud to admit this, but I'm the Transformers addict. I don't care. It was triple digits.
Wow, for deluxe lead foot.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was triple
Michael,
digits. It was like
I feel bad for you. For
yeah,
your,
I
for
do
your
too.
2011 self.
I know. I want to go back and tell my past self sometimes, why are you spending this much money? It's just, yeah, it was triple digits. But that was also around the same time I actually scored like a Dark of the Moon Soundwave for like 80, which wasn't too bad for that. That was pretty rare too. I scored a Q for 20.
The deluxe Soundwave. I was
Yeah,
gonna say like if
deluxe.
it's Human Alliance, I'm like that makes sense, but oh man, $80 even just for deluxe Soundwave. Oh, see, I
It was
can't
either
do that stuff.
It was either 80 or 50. It was one of the two.
Oh,
But yeah, sometimes I kind of kick myself in the pants for that kind of stuff. So I saw the seller. I asked my folks if I could get the lead foot because he was the only wrecker I needed at the time. They said yes. Got it in the mail. You know, everything looked fine till I noticed, yeah, one of your doors is missing.
oh,
But the seller had pictures saying that both sides had the doors. So I contacted the seller. I told her, you know, my copy does not have his right door. What gives? It's like, oh, sorry, sir. You know what's pictured is in the picture. We can't help you with that. And I'm like, yeah, but your picture says that it has the right
it has
door.
doors, and it doesn't. So.
Person never replied to me, and I'm just like, nope, fuck you. I am
Fuck.
buying from you ever again. Like, that's something I can't stand. A similar issue happened with Hasbro. This is the first time this has happened for me. Titans
Oh, really?
Twin Twist. My girlfriend bought him for me along with Misfire, and the day he arrived, I took him out of the box, and I realized he's missing his canopy section for his vehicle mode. I finally contacted Hasbro, and they were very, very kind and courteous with it. They said they were going to send me something in the mail, but it wasn't a Twin Twist. It was another Trigger Happy.
Oh, wow.
Because they didn't have any more Twin Twists. So I said, all right, you know, I'm just gonna get another Twin Twist at a later date. And I waited like a week. I had some money saved up. It was a little short. Girlfriend was very courteous. She sent me the rest, and I was like, oh, thank you. Got my one from Big Bad Toy Store this time, not a sponsor. This one was fine. This one was perfectly fine. And this is something I feel like you should do. You don't have to do it, but you should, just because these people take the time to talk to you and get your issues fixed. I sent a nice little kind letter saying thank you to Hasbro, and you ain't gonna lose me as a customer ever again or anything. Along with the return Trigger Happy and the other Twin Twist, but stuff like that just kind of bugs me. And that, again, it kind of just gets also into the neglect of play thing because, as I said, consistently within this topic, these figures range from the year of either 2003 from Armada, mine alone, like not even 2003 anymore, more like 1995 because I got Beast Wars stuff. You know, you neglect older figures like that, bad chance of trying to replace those if something breaks. You'd be lucky to find them in like a seller's group on Facebook or a vintage toy store or even on eBay for a decent price. Like, you know. So basically, at the end of the day, what I'm saying is if you're a collector who simply collects just to have something to look at, you know, more power to you. I appreciate that. I respect that. That, you know, you're being your own individual self. That's cool. If you're a collector who buys figures to play with them, whether it's to transform them or just, you know, be the little kid like you were, give the characters voices, make a story, make them fight, do whatever. Again, more power to you. I respect that as well. That's pretty much how I am. But don't forget you have these possessions, and the next time you go and pick up one, it could be broken in an instant, and you will have a very hard time replacing it. So pay attention to your figures, you know, not like they're pets or anything, obviously, but make time for them. Have fun with them. Enjoy them while you can because you don't know what could happen. So that's what I have to say there.
All right. We haven't asked. We haven't given Spooky D Man a chance to talk. So
no, I'm not
Spooky,
ending. I'm just ending.
Your thoughts on toy neglection?
No. Yeah, I'm gonna shut Spooky. He's not allowed to talk about this. Yeah. No. I was just ending my particular. I was ending my particular thing with.
Gotcha. Yeah. I just want to make sure we had a chance before we jump onto something else.
No, we're not gonna. Everyone gets to speak on the talk quarter.
Podcast over. Bye.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, mine. I'm done with mine. But Spooky, what's your thoughts on this topic? Like, what's your stance? Calm
I
down
don't-
first. Get your composure. Breathe.
No, it's just funny. That's all it is. But it's just about, yeah, it's about the neglecting of figures or something, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cyborg, look what you did to him.
Hey, I just want to make sure everyone has a little spot, to talk about it,
I mean, uh, like at least with my stance on it with figures. I mean, yeah, sure, on and off I'll be like, okay, I haven't messed with this figure in like a year. Let's see if I can stretch his joints still work. Oh, if they break, oh shit, well I'm gone. It's done. No, but it's at least I don't know. I'm just kind of iffy on. I'm not saying like I'm not the person. Oh, I haven't played this figure forever. Just bash around everything else. Or like, oh, pew pew pew, shoot that guy, punch this guy. No, it's just. I mean, like at least how I do. I do like a video. I'm like, hey, what can this guy do? Can you kick this high? What, you only kick at that point because your waist joint? Well, you're a disappointing figure. No, but it's just it's just different for me. I wouldn't say I would make time to play with your figure. I mean, it kind of bothers me sometimes when it's like I bought this figure, I haven't touched it in like months. Why did I buy
I
it?
remember you
wanted to
kind of
look at it.
mentioning that. You mentioned that to me a few times when I got like Hot Rod and some
Oh
other new figures.
yeah, I asked
Okay.
you. So you bought
It's like,
this
hey, how's
you know,
Hot Rod? I'm
Rod
like,
figure.
oh, I haven't messed with him in like.
Yeah, like when was the last time you messed
couple
with that
weeks.
figure? Like, oh, a couple months? Yeah, okay. It's like you're not buying statues here. At least that's how I am
Yeah.
about it.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of statues. I mean, because I expect more out of a statue, but it's like, man, it's a statue though. I can't.
yeah.
And not much.
Go on. No, sorry.
No. I was like, there's not much. At least for me, not much to get out of a statue other than something that's just made to just sit there.
Yeah. I mean,
But,
you really can't get much out of a statue.
That's
Yeah,
true.
this is a statue.
Depending,
Almost
like, but hey, high grade statues are pretty. Like, if they're expensive, like that's like, was it I almost bought there's a at my collector's marketplace for vintage toys and stuff. There's a one of those Prime Studios Starscream statue. It was
The 3A one.
I believe so. Oh, I'll have to look it up.
No. Prime Studio. The is no 3 A's. I don't think. I know what you mean by Prime Studio. Those really expensive ones.
I think I
Yeah,
always
really
talk
expensive.
about.
It was, but like I don't know if this is expensive, if this is more or less than the original price, but it was for $180, and I almost got it because like it's this is a pretty high grade statue. This is like stuff you like. It's the detail on that is it's good. And like, so I can see statues like would I get statues, like probably not. But I see the appeal in statues and models.
It's something pretty to look at. It's like I spent my money on this. I'm proud of this.
Yes, I agree.
Anyway, so, Spooky, go ahead and continue.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No. That's fine. I gotta. What else I was gonna say? I don't know. It's just you buy something that can do more than just sit there. That's all that I can say from it. Like, oh, I bought this figure, keep him in like that standard pose. I don't know, just something to mess with. That's all I can say. Like, I'm not gonna say play with it like when you're a kid again, or like
there's like many different definitions of play among people.
I mean,
there are some that
like,
will do the traditional way, like there are some will just pick it up, mess around with the joints, transform it, whatever it is, if it can transform, obviously. Yeah, and then there's like like I said, just your definition, just messing around with the joints.
Yeah, just mess around with it, or at least I hope no one does this nowadays. Or how my cousin we used to play with toys when she was younger, and she would literally throw them against the wall.
Oh God!
And when,
hard
I was visiting,
no.
Yeah, but I was visiting. I was in one of the guest rooms. It was like calling on my phone or something. I remember, I hear this loud bang. I run into the room. And it's just like, why are you throwing them against the wall? You don't throw that against the wall. Maybe because it was. I thought something actually happened, but no, it just. At least hopefully no one throws anything against. At least at this point, at this age, hopefully no.
Unless it's like a young kid in frustration. Like I've had moments like that in my early childhood where I've just got frustrated transforming thing and I threw it and I immediately I went over to it, made sure it wasn't broken. But I'm pretty sure that still happens to this day. Everyone gets frustrated, they throw shit, they rage. So, God, please don't play with your figures that way.
Yeah.
Me too. I was gonna say this earlier on. I was gonna say, I believe you were talking about like the age or messing with, I guess, like toys.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny. Like with Legos, I forget which Lego set was it, but with Legos, yeah, like the max age to where you're level 99 on one of them. These are the rainbow colored ones. Oh, what happens after
Oh,
you age
dang.
99? No,
Yeah, damn.
I forget. It's like I've got the lowest age. I'm gonna guess it's like 1 to 99. And then I saw somebody made a thing about it on the internet saying how I came 100 today. I can't play with Legos anymore. But no, that's all I have to say for the neglecting of figures and stuff. Yeah,
All
they
right.
got personalities behind their blank expressions.
They know what you did to them.
Oh gosh, no. But yeah, I'm done. I'm done. That's all I have to say for that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess
Like when
yeah. Overall, we you know, if you're, I guess do what you want with your toys, but if you
I mean, anything within the parameter of appropriate.
Well, of course. Well, hey, well, who? I mean, if you want to pledge yourself to toy, look, it's all up to you, man. I'm not gonna say anything. But it's like, but yeah, it's, but also don't like throw it in some kid's throat and make them choke. So
Yeah.
No.
do everything legal with your toys, please.
Yes.
And always make sure that if who knows if you neglect it, it might just walk out of your life and will cause a trilogy of films where really great for Pixar.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So, is there anything else we have yet to really discuss?
No, this the main. We had the main topics. I was gonna. I think the way to end off this podcast is anyone got any good hauls?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah?
I mean, I
Finish off with a good haul.
I'm not gonna. I can't show it off. I
But
feel
just
I
just
kinda
just
don't
I
want
mean, everyone in this everyone listening knows what toys we're talking about for sure.
to. Yeah. I guess in terms of like TFA hauls, for those of you who have been following me on Instagram, you guys know what I've been getting recently. I finished off Wave 1 of Titan or Power of the Primes like a couple weeks ago. I finally got Optimus Prime and Rodimus, which those guys are good. Love them very much. As I said, I recently also got Overlord, Misfire, Twin Twist, and Windblade from my girlfriend for very late Christmas gifts. So thank you, sweetie, if you're watching this.
Oops, excuse me.
Recently just got Alien Attack Toys FTF01 for Raj. Fucking love this thing. And I have that to thank my good buddy and Facebook seller for TF fans, I think, or TF sales. I can't remember. On Facebook, Sarah Zhang. Go check her out. She's very fair with her prices. She did sell me this guy for the same price as Big Bad Toy Store because Alien Attack marked it at this price. $68. Not bad. Pretty fair, honestly. It's a good quality figure. People have also said like this thing has some, their plastic doesn't feel that great. I mean, it is thin. It is thin plastic. Even on the joints, in some cases with the hood and the back and everything. So just be careful. Punch and Counterpunch from the Transformers Collectors Club, a knockoff version for $24. And I still have yet to get the Head Robots Dark Warrior upgrade kit for the Revenge of the Fallen Voyager class Bludgeon. That'll be coming in very soon, and I'll be doing a TFA mail/live unboxing on Instagram when that happens. And I also did just acquire I made an order for it anyway, but the TF Dream Factory Leadfoot. I finally got that one Leadfoot replaced, so I'll have a complete Leadfoot. Woohoo! But that's mainly it. And this has been like a span over weeks, so like some of the stuff was in January, some of it was like near end December. And sometimes the orders were just placed like way ahead of time, so yeah, pretty cool stuff. What about you, Cyborg? Anything new?
Yeah. Besides what I just said, I said earlier today, because I haven't, when it comes to the mainstream toy line, I haven't got anything from I never got anything from Combiner Wars. I didn't get anything from Titan's Returns, but Power Prime stuck to me in with the Dinobots because I love dinosaurs. So I got a Slug and Swoop. I should have. A few days ago, I saw Grimlock. I should have picked him up, but I didn't, and I'm upset now because Grimlock because I'm following the toy sightings on the Arizona forum for TFW, and apparently he's really hard to find. So I missed that opportunity. That's
Hey
my
man, I could
bad.
ship you one. He's all over here at my Toys R Us.
Yeah, no, no, no.
Oh yeah.
I enjoy treasure hunting for Grimlock.
No,
So
trust me, I do too. But at the same
yeah,
time, I kind of loathe it because you can go to the store and they have the same shit every time. So
yeah, that's true. Like God, like I for the first time ever, this is pretty bad. For the first time ever, last week I saw Wave 2 of the Last Night toys at the store.
yeah,
It's a
those actually
little
popped up
late.
recently down here in like late December. They actually showed up. I'm still
Yeah,
waiting to see
but
Wave
still,
3
like
and
it
4.
shouldn't be like Wave 2 of the Last Night shouldn't show up at late December of
Yeah, I
2017.
the distribution. Okay, I'm gonna make an exception for this. I'm not complaining about Florida's distribution this time. I'm just complaining about distribution in general. Um, yeah, those. It's really bizarre to see those still like just kind of popping around. We have yet to
Yeah,
see when Wave 3 or Wave 4 of the last night's gonna like
exactly. I want Cogman.
Cogman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want Cogman too. He's the last one. I honestly think I'm gonna pass up on Strafe unless I repurpose him into something else.
Yeah,
But
I mean, yeah, same with like Wave 3 for deluxes. I don't know, maybe Bumblebee, but like other than that, like, yeah, like, I was just kind of weird that like, before you know it, Wave 3 will show up in like 2 months, and they'll be like, oh, by the way, Bumblebee's coming out. Uh, Overall, yeah, I guess yeah, I got Slug and Swoop, both cool. Like I said, like Slug kind of looks like a frog in Triceratops mode, but what am I gonna do? Uh, and
he's a potato.
yeah,
He's just a little potato with
he's a
legs.
lump. What are you saying, Spooky?
Let's see. Geez, I haven't really even bought anything. Honestly,
Yeah,
all I can say, the wish list just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Unfortunately,
true.
Yeah,
gosh,
mine for third
Yeah,
party stuff
I need to prepare my
has
wallet for
definitely.
April because that's when all the new stuff comes in. Like the studio series comes out in April, and well, I guess I was preparing for movie Barricade, but I'm gonna skip on Barricade. I'm just gonna skip on the. I'm gonna
I think I'm gonna wait for Barricade. I do want to get Ironhide though.
Yeah. See, the Barricade looks great too. I see like movie masterpiece looks amazing, but the studio series is the exact same thing where it's accurate like figures, but
But
it's
at a
cheaper.
decent
So
price.
exactly. So I'll be okay with getting the studio
See,
series.
the other thing I'm worried about is if I did want to go for the masterpiece stuff, I either have to do one of two things. I'd have to get rid of pre-existing, more expensive versions like my Human Alliance Barricade and my Leader Dark of the Moon Ironhide for the masterpiece ones, and I don't want to do that because I like those figures.
But for sure, here say this like you like those figures, but it depends. Will you know that you like the masterpiece more?
That's true. I did sell a Revenge of the Fallen Optimus towards the masterpiece Optimus fund in a
Exactly.
sense,
Yeah.
and
Like
I do like that thing
you're
significantly.
don't think of it as
But
like selling it. Like you think I guess replacing is not really the best word to say either. But like think of it like it technically is replacing for the better model. No one keeps their cell
yeah,
phones, but they
well, I'll
replace
have
them.
to see what happens in the
Mhm.
future. But
Yeah.
we'll see. We never talked about the masterpieces, but that's an episode for Toy Fair.
Yeah. That's for sure.
So,
For sure. Yeah.
so you haven't gotten anything recently, Spooky?
Yeah.
Oh, no, just been trying to save up what I have, honestly, and kind of waiting for other stuff to come out. So aside from Transformers, because mainly for Transformers, I'm waiting for the studio series and maybe some on and off stuff from the other lines, maybe. But Transformers
I've
Y,
just
that's just
been
how that is. But then there's other stuff, not Transformers related, which is just like
I've just
I want
kind
to
of
buy
been
this
taking
thing. It's like, oh shoot, that's coming out too.
yeah.
Dang.
I've just been kind of taking a break from buying stuff in store because I'm pretty much caught up with the recent stuff, and I've just been going more towards like vintage or every now and then third party. I don't buy third party products that often because, frankly, despite the fact that I want to, it's a lot of money.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Yeah, but like the engineering is like almost perfect, but like that's a pretty penny if you want like
I mean, I'm
for
still
one
saying,
toy.
like I said, I spent $68 on Farage, and frankly, that's honestly worth it. That's what Alien Attack Toys wants for it, and
Yeah,
that
like
figure does feel like it's worth that much in a sense. The engineering for that thing is absolutely beautiful. The end result of the robot mode and vehicle mode, again, like Peru Kill, that thing transforms like it's black magic.
Yeah, see, I'm okay. I
It's
see. I
really good.
understand why third parties are so expensive because one, it's a it's not official like figure, and two, like it's rare. You don't get them in stores, and it's just like overall like they're designed to be difficult and to be unique. So it's like I can understand the pricing for some toys like the $300 the
Yeah, I
Triptychon.
can definitely understand. Well, that depends on the figure. If it's a $300 figure like Triptychon from War for Cybertron from Planet X, or like
Mhm.
Pandanus, their take on like a giant Scorponok, then yeah, that's fair. But like, you know, there are other new third party companies arriving recently, like Weijang. They've been knocking their stuff out of the park. They're making that Terminus Giganticus, that giant Fortress Maximus.
I've never seen it. I don't know much about third parties, so
Well, Spooky, you know what I'm talking about, right?
You said Terminus Giganticus?
Yeah,
I have to really look
the
it up.
giant Omega Supreme from Fans Toys, I think.
Yeah, sounds familiar. I am going to look
But
it
Weijang is
up.
doing like a third, like a knockoff, oversized version of it, and it's only going for like 156 bucks.
Dang.
At least I think that's what I saw. I could be wrong, but I think that's what I saw. It is a knockoff, so it will be significantly cheaper. But yeah,
Giganticus.
I'm gonna go for like the
Oh
cheap knockoffs from
yeah,
now
by
on.
Fans Toys. That G1. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Um. So yeah, I just a little bit of collector's advice. If you guys have the money for like the expensive stuff, go for it. But if you're limited like myself, just go for the
Mhm.
cheap stuff.
Yeah, invest in credit cards because that's what I'm going to do. End up I'm going to doing is I'm going to apply for some credit cards,
Gotta be careful
do
with that.
some
Gotta
payments.
gotta gotta be careful for, or at least a
Oh,
debit card.
yeah, I know you got to be careful. Like, of course, do your research first because
Yeah.
I've done, but
Um.
it does help.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So, oh, TF Hot Rod. You're saying the Wei Zhang figure is not a KO. It has a G1 voice chip and lights and sounds. I thought it wasn't. Well, technically, it is a KO. It's a KO of a third party figure. So, I mean, before we do go ahead and end the podcast, I normally do this in the beginning, but because we've been going nonstop with the topics, I'm gonna go and acknowledge the group chat real quick. So, hello to WWE Fan 01,
Oh, I
Bumblebee
know that guy.
51.
Hey, I know that guy. We're doing it with a stop motion. Hey, what's up? I'm Megatron.
Explicit. Holy crap, Explicit, you're back. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Dr. Prime, good to see you. XX Crota's daddy XXYT. Hey man, haven't seen you in forever. What's up, man? You're gonna have to remind me who you are. It could be a username change. I don't know. I'm sorry. Blackbird Prime, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. Emosaurus66, hello, one of my recurring viewers. Transforming Normality, Prowl 1005 Stop Motion Master. Spooky D Man, hi, how you doing? You're in here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, Spooky Man, I hate that guy.
And TF Hot Rod. And
Oh.
I think that's it. Is that it? Yep, that's it.
But not
So
you,
let's
Spooky
go
Man.
and
I
get
love you.
on to the uh the shameless self plugins. So for updates, quick updates, Infinite Chaos is coming back, but I'm also going to be working on Transformers Union. I kind of got a drive to do that again. Been cleaning my room, making more space for more stop motion. So hey, um, there will be Transformers Infinite Chaos mini-sodes to make the story more concrete, and I'm probably going to work on one of those very soon. It might even be the next video because I'm going to be completely honest. Lunar Darkness Parts 2 and 3 are just telling Dark of the Moon. That's it. It's mostly going to be filler of like, or previous explanation of the movie. So I think the next episode is going to be the first mini-sode for Transformers Infinite Chaos, Lunar Darkness. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'll probably take out, like, I'll do something, but I'll figure it out. But Lunar Darkness Part 2, got most of the lines. I just need, I think, one more person to do lines, and then I'm done. So I'll get back to work on that. Union, I'm not sure what to do with that yet, but I'm going to try and get that done. Uh, let's see. Is there anything else? Yeah, there's a couple more things. I'm gonna be doing review theme weeks, and the next week we're gonna be doing Spy Week. So stay tuned all week sometime. I don't know which week. Maybe it could be a week from now, 2 weeks. I don't know. For Spy Week, which is going to be featuring reviews of the Transformers Titans Return, Legends Class, Fastlane, Cloudraker, Pounce, Wingspan, the TFCC Deluxe Class exclusive Punch and Counterpunch, and the Transformers Generations 2013 Voyager Class Double Dealer. So stay tuned all week whenever that happens for 5 weeks full, or 5 days full of video reviews for that week. And then we'll go back to Combiners, and then I'll do Titans Return and so on and so forth. So stay tuned for all that. And I'm probably going to do a new thing called Third Party Thursdays, which I'm just going to review as many third-party figures as I have. And the first one I'm going to review is the STF-01 Alien Attack Toys for Raj. So stay tuned for that stuff whenever that happens. Cyborg, got anything?
Yes. Is this self-promotion time?
Yeah, this is
self-promotion time. All right, actually, it's something to promote this time. Whoa, Console Crafts is back. Yeah, I talked about it like once or twice in the past like years. Console Crafts is a Let's Play series with me and my funny roommate. We make a lot of dumb and inappropriate jokes and we play video games. If you know Game Grumps, we're a Game Grumps knockoff. It's really what it is. It's just a Game Grumps knockoff. We just play games. We make dumb jokes. We played I don't know if you're looking for Transformers stuff. We did play Fall Cybertron, and we're going to play Devastation soon. But we do it right now. We're playing the games Undertale and Outlast 2. So that's what we're doing right now. You should watch us. We're funny. If you don't, I'll drink bleach. So my life's in your hands.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's all you guys now. You guys go watch it. You better watch it.
I did not expect it to go there.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I'm unpredictable. I'm a crazy person. So you guys better watch it. I've already seen a couple of new views.
I've seen him. He's got blood in his eyes.
Yep. I'm insane. I'm unpredictable. All right. Okay. Yeah. Other than that, yeah. And also, I'm the co-admin for this channel, so I'll probably make some silly podcast of me. I'll probably do what happened last time, where I'll talk about stuff and I can't get the screen to share, and I'll get upset and I'll throw in a fit, and then I'll talk about stuff again, and I'll make a podcast and Transformer news and something. I don't know. I'll release. I have footage of Project Amalgamate that I never released, and that project is dead. So maybe I'll release whatever.
I wanted to see Project Amalgamate.
Me too, but then I lost motivation and I sold the figures, so it's never gonna happen.
Oh, dang!
Yeah, it was pretty much it was a story. It was supposed to be about Optimus Prime meeting all these robot toys from other toy franchise. Like he was going to meet K2SO from Star Wars. What's the robot from Power Rangers?
Robo Knight.
Alpha.
Alpha 5. Yeah, he's going to be Alpha 5. And he was going to meet some mech anime thing I had. And in the end, they're all going to be like, why are we all here, like gathered together? And as Alpha 5 is just be like, oh, it's because this is a stop motion and we're all controlled. Life has no meaning. We're all being controlled by a 22-year-old man.
That just like cuts to you.
It was gonna cut right there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it never happened. So,
dang.
Yeah, I'll release some footage of that, and then yeah, that's me.
All right. And Spooky, anything for you?
I'm animating again. I don't really have other things. I'm just animating a thing that's hopefully gonna be longer than like a 30-second test video or something. I'm working on a thing. I've had like a craving to animate stuff, so that's one thing. I got nothing.
It's good to have a craving to create something.
I've just been playing with my figures to kind of get inspiration, so I'm kind of getting there, very slowly, but I'm getting there. But
it's all that I can say. I'm doing stuff. Yay!
Yes.
Yay! Activeness.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's pretty much all there is to say in this episode. So this has been episode number 57 of the Transformers Stock Corner, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Please, by all means, if you haven't already, you know what to do. If you happen to enjoy this, be sure to like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe for more, because this is the only channel where your entertainment will be transformed. And if you have any suggestions for other topics or anything, feel free to leave them down in the comment section down below. I am willing to take suggestions for topics for the next video. And stay tuned 2 weeks from now for the next TFTC for New York Toy Fair 2018. Woo! Let's do it. Let's see what we're going to get. So, anyway, my fellow addicts, that's pretty much all I have to say. So please remember, until next time, to get addicted, stay addicted, and TF addicts for life. This is TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict. Roll it out till all are one.